And we are live. Yes. Yes, we are live. Can I get a number one in the chat if people can hear me? A little number one or number two. If you folks can hear me, we've had sound issues this afternoon. If I can get a number one in the chat, would be lovely. If you can hear me. Number two, if you cannot hear me. This is Mexican IronMan. Oh, yes, indeed. Wow, we got folks here already. Got a little core crew here. My man TD15169, where are you, my brother? Hello. I want to talk to you about the drama. Nick is there. You are, Nick. My God, where in the hellfire tarnation have you been, sir? Here we go. Where in hellfire tarnation have you been, sir? America. I have to admit something. I was cooking in the kitchen and making me my favorite Italian dish. Yum. I was like that sesame chef that we've been talking about over at Valhalla. Like,
yeah, so my brother's wife and her sister and their kids are here getting stuff before they leave to go to Alaska at the end of July. So they just got back from the pool, and I was dealing with all that and everything. So yeah, I got family at the house, so that's why I'm running a little on the late side here. But yeah, I'm here now.
Hey, TD1516, go on Twitter and send me your DM so I can DM you. I'll bring you on in a little bit. We'll make. I've heard about some drama with the 501st, so we'll put that on the list tonight. Tonight is open mic, Nick. We get to have tonight. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick is ripping off his shirt. He's going to rant. He's going to rave. He's got 2 weeks worth of news flashes to react to. Hey, Nick, you look like you lost some weight, bro. You lost some weight there, buddy. In the gym.
Man, I've been eating good the last couple months, and so yeah, I've been losing some slowly but surely.
Well, you're from Alabama, don't y'all like go out and hunt your own muskrats and deer and antelope and?
Man, I moved down here from Chicago.
And then you come back.
I'm not Southern born and bred.
Then you cut it all up. Nick, I'm trying to talk you up for the ladies in the chat. You know how manly you are. And then you like take your shirt off and use your axe and you do it with your bare hands.
One day I will be there. One day.
Hey, TD15169. Here's my email address. Email me. So Nick, I got a list of topics for you, bro. I don't even know where to start. By the way,
man, I've been off and on with everything this week, and there's just been all kinds of stuff going on. Like I've wanted to make so many videos this week, and I just have not had the time. So I was like, screw it. We'll just cover everything in Saturday night's live stream.
We'll chop this up. We'll chop this up into little pieces. It's funny about so 15161. Email me and then I'll shoot it back to the link. We'll bring you on in about 15-20 minutes. Robert Peterson had some hot wings in the oven, so I could disappear at any.
Yep, give me 2 seconds. Hang on 1 sec.
All right, I'll say hi to everybody. Hey, Purple Lady, what's up? She's saying hello to her love, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Aha! There's something going on with those two. Aha! It's been discovered. Mexican IronMan with his detective abilities. Yo, Robert Pearson, TD15169. We'll say hi to you in a minute. Heiress of Chaos, Battle Angel. When is the sequel coming out, my love? I like you in that hot leather that hot leather robot outfit you got on in the videos of the previews of them. So let's see. Darth Asher, what's up, Darth? Oh my God, good to see you. I just saw him early this morning.
Cheers, Darth. Cheers, everybody here. Cheers to Echo Base Network.
Mark the Infinitely Tired. All I'm going to say is at Robert Pearson, 1 divided by 1. What does that even mean? What does it even mean? Do we know what that means? We don't know what that means. We're going to have a little special tonight. Also, it's going to be calling Retconning the Coach. In the tradition of every channel and every story in human civilization, including Gone with the Wind and so forth and so forth, we're actually going to retcon our own Echo Base Network story and feature Coach. That's later tonight. That'll be interesting.
Hey, real quick, Mike, before we go any further, your mic sounds like it's like you're way off in the distance.
Hold on. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me get the other mic set up. Nick, talk to the people. Give me a minute. I'm gonna plug the other one in. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna mute myself so I can switch my microphone now. So hold on.
I don't know if it's just me or if the chat can confirm that Mike sounds like he's on the other side of the room. Also, if my audio sounds jacked up at all, let me know. So how's everybody been doing this week? I've been working. I actually had to go back into the office this week for work. So I've been working from home since mid-March. And my boss actually had me come in this week for 2 days. I was like, oh, God, I got to go in. And I had to take a freaking mask. Not even going to go into that, but I was like, oh, do I really have to wear this thing? Other than that, had family in town right now. If you guys haven't heard, Coach is still on vacation down in Orange Beach with his family. I think they're leaving tomorrow to head back. I'm going to try to actually get up with him and see if he wants to stop by here tomorrow on his way back so he can get the stuff that Mark sent us and the stuff that Robert Pearson sent us. I actually still have that stuff here, and he has not gotten it yet because we haven't even seen each other. So I'm actually going to see if he's going to have time to stop by here on his way back. All right, you back, Max and IronMan? All right. I don't think he's back yet. I think he might still be getting his audio fixed. Oh, there he is. I could have swore that that Mike had me set up as an admin to where I could select chats.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello.
I can hear you, but it's still low.
Is it better?
It's still low.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's try this thing.
It might be my. You
turn the volume up in your headphones. In the chat, can you guys hear me?
I got my volume all the way up. I think these headphones
suck.
Suck balls. And
TD1569, give me a 1 if I come in loud and clear. I'm coming in hot. I'm hitting the aircraft carrier. I'm flying in the danger zone. Give me a 1 if I sound better, everybody.
Yeah, if Mike sounds good to you guys, put a 1 in the chat because it might be my headphones.
Knight of Ren says it's way better, and I trust my boy Knight of Ren. Fend for rear fire, number 1. All right, we're good.
All right, put a 2 in the chat if my.
You know what it could be, Nick? Because you're losing so much weight, you lost 5 pounds in your ears, and you need new headphones. That's it. They're all like loose and shit.
Put a 2 in the chat if my audio is okay.
I mean, you're okay, but I want to, when you start yelling and screaming,
or if my audio is at least decent. Real quick, Max and I don't know if you saw this or not. And we don't have to go into this topic, but just while people are coming in and everything, Campy is taking a break from the John Campia show. He is not going to be doing a show for a while.
I saw that. We'll get to that. Yeah. All right, let's start you off with that one right there. Let's start you off with the Campia one. And by the way, you know who else is taking some time off? Kennel. Right? I heard Kendall's taking some time off of ABC this summer.
Oh,
Anyways,
is he?
no, he is. Now, what do you think about all this, my friend? What do you think about all this? I have my theories, but what do you think about it?
About Campia taking time?
Yeah.
Well, all right, so he really hasn't taken a whole lot of time since the AMC days. He's really been going hard at it since the AMC days. So I totally get it and understand. Me personally, I like me and Coach get burnt out, and we have regular lives and just do this kind of like part time when we have time. Campia does this as a full time thing every single day. It's basically his job. And so I get it. And personally, I have no issue with it. But since Robert Meyer Burnett wasn't allowed back on his show, I've unsubscribed and I haven't watched.
Oh, he never came back to the show. I thought he was just taking a few days off. That's what John Campia said.
Well,
he never went
Campia's
back.
Campia's message said that R&B said that he should probably take some time off, and Campia agreed. So,
what a wussy sack of crap.
So R&B might have suggested, like, maybe I should take a break from doing the show with you for a little while things die down.
Well, that's
Campia agreed.
That's showing that R&B is a class act and a good friend and a better friend to him than Campia could be to anybody else on the planet. Because Campia is a little weasel. He's a little weasel, right?
But in Campia's credit, from what R&B said Campia has been a class act and has been there and has been supporting them behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not there. I can only take R&B's word for it. But we all have our own opinions.
You know what I'd say, R&B, you're my boy. Shit's going down. You get over here, and we're going to show them that we're a united front. That's what a real man does. But John Campia wouldn't know that because he's a beta fish.
Yeah, I left Campia a long time ago. When R&B came onto his show, I went back to watching the Campia show.
You know what I hate about him? I hate the fact that he gets his opinion out. Look what I'm doing this to you right now. He gets his opinion out there. He doesn't give R&B too much to talk about, but then R&B always finds something smart to talk about, and Campia circles back to end his points with that, like as if he came up with that idea.
The thing is, R&B is not part of the Phantom Menace, but he almost argues with Campia as if he is part of the Phantom
Menace.
Right?
Have you seen that?
And I love that aspect of
it. He's like Jeremy. He's like a Slurpee. Like if Jeremy is a small Slurpee, he's like an extra double large Jeremy Slurpee, but he doesn't say he's a Jeremy Slurpee. It's like it's like the other brand that you get out at 7-Eleven, but it's a Slurpee, but it's not a Slurpee.
Yeah, the shitty kind.
Yeah. Hey, Mikael Wolf, you're not here for very long. All right. Well, just wait. Hi, everyone. I'm just trying to push the button, and I will have to watch this later. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Indeed. We're doing laser fire topics tonight. 3 to 6 minutes on a variety of different topics. Well, I think Campia is a weirdo. I unsubscribed from him. I was, you're the one who got me into listening to him, and for a while, I'm like, okay, I can see why. He's kind of like that. Like you're driving to work. A little powder puff kind of. Little stuff and, blah, blah, blah. Hey, by the way, I just subscribed to that Hollywood service because we're doing the documentary. I got to sign up as an executive producer, so I got to buy a membership. So we now have access to that IGN and that daily shit. I'll give you the password and login.
So did you hear about the ex-IGN employee last week?
No, let's talk about that. What happened to that one?
So there was an ex-IGN employee that came out and just spilled the beans on everything. Freaking paid reviews. Companies paying IGN to give positive reviews for games and content. Very biased side of views, like all kinds of stuff. If you guys know anything about the channel Layman Gaming, I think that's what it's called.
Layman Gaming?
Layman Gaming YouTube. I think that's... Yes. All right. Let me share...
We actually had someone spill the beans on the way out the door or what?
Yeah, so I just shared my screen, but I think you have to select it to
Well, I
actually
gotta move
show
this
up.
over. Yeah, I gotta move our fat asses over so it can. Hold on. There we go. There you go.
Yep. So this is their channel right here. And you can see this video right here. Ex-IGN staffer pulls back curtain on paid reviews. And this was 3 days ago. And this is one of the topics I wanted to do a video on this week. I didn't have time to do it. But it is
Well, you're
very
doing it
revealing.
now, brother. Click on it. Explore your creativity.
It's 28 minutes long. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but these guys are freaking awesome and they're super hilarious.
They can't be funnier than you and me. Yeah. Well, I can't hear what they say. Can you? I think I forgot to turn the sound on. Nick, are you going to tell us anything or teach us anything? I can't hear shit.
Hear it?
No. In the chat, can you guys hear the sound of this video? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Do you have to share audio when you share your screen on here?
Yeah. Did you click on it?
Here, let me hit share screen.
And then you got to hit.
Some screens let you share audio. Look at the share audio checkbox on the next window.
Yeah, and then you just.
Oh, okay, I see. I didn't have share audio selected.
How come you moved from Chicago to Alabama? Because I wanted to share your
so
screen.
I was living with my parents at the time, and the company my dad worked for transferred him from Chicago to Huntsville.
All right, take us through it, buddy.
Okay.
Last of Us 2 and its review scores. Alana Pierce is a former IGN employee who is shedding some light on the fact that this game got a lot of 10 out of 10s. I watched her video and I think it has some really interesting points to make. Don't agree with all of it, but I think there's a lot of insight here that I think is worth discussing. So let's take you through.
Yeah, so this is more insight on the Last of Us 2 reviews. Who, if anyone out there,
oh, good. That's on my list of shit to talk about. Good. That'll segue us into that. Good.
Yeah, if anyone out there knows about the whole Last of Us 2 controversy,
we're gonna get into that. I'm hot on that.
Yeah, this is specifically dealing with that and paid reviews and everything over IGN.
Take us into that, and then I'm gonna. I got some commentary.
Not really, because I'm kind of fucking bored about talking about that game. But reviews. We after the talk about reviews. Okay. So yeah, Alana Pierce, if you don't know her, Charalanazard, I believe is her handle, and she's former IGN, former other websites, with Funhouse as well. I'm not sure if she's still with Funhouse now, but I know she definitely was.
I think she is. I think I've seen her recently in a Inside Gaming episode.
I think I did as well. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
So she's part of that crew. Very known, very successful, very experienced. She put out a video talking about the fact that, like how 10 out of 10 scores work with video games, right? And why certain games are more likely to get 10 out of 10 scores than others.
And I think also the reviewing process in general.
Sure.
There's definitely a narrative, I think, that's out there with people that don't like how reviews are done, and they have this conspiracy theory of how it all takes place. So she wants to shed some light. At the beginning, she kind of does go into the idea of, she's been reviewing games for some time. She's worked with a few publications. She's been inside seeing how that all works. And
she also starts with the fact that it's not corrupt, or there's not like bundles of cash being like, haha, my laundry is done. Like it's not like that, obviously. And I think a lot of people know that instinctively. Like
I've never thought that. I've never thought that like 2K, drops off a bucket of money or something.
But a lot of people do feel this way, though. A lot of people do legitimately believe that there is some sort of cash transaction that takes place, okay? I know a lot of people say, no, we don't think that. A lot of people do, man. And believe me, I spend my fucking life online being accused of being paid off. So I know it's a thing that people actually think. And the first thing she says is that, no, that's not how it works. However, there are issues built into the review process that, we are worth talking about. Anyway, let's listen to some of what she says here.
First thing that I want to talk about, to a lot of you might seem obvious, but is a thing that I notice that the internet gets confused about all the time that has come up this week specifically. The Last of Us Part 2 is getting a lot of 10 out of 10 review scores.
Is this ship topless or what?
Frankly, I would not have given The Last of Us Part 2 a 10 out of 10.
She looks like she's topless.
One of the 4 people. Literally 4 people, I think, that are not praising this game. Polygon, Kotaku,
all the alt-right media. Polygon, Kotaku, and Vice. Those alt-right strongholds, they hate the game.
Exactly right.
And chill up.
The one note that keeps being brought up to me is people saying, well, it has flaws. How can it be a 10 out of 10? So if IGN is most people's go-to for scores, they do get the most traffic on their reviews historically. And obviously I can talk about IGN as I worked there as a full-time employee. Let's talk about the IGN review scale. A 10 out of 10 is not perfect. That's really it. A lot of you, again, probably already know this point, but I want to jump to it off the bat. 10 out of 10 does not mean a game is perfect. Nothing perfect.
I think that's important because that's something, even when I was younger, I'm like, 10 out of 10, isn't that like, it's perfect, man?
Yeah. I hate this point so much.
But look,
it makes me so mad.
You do have to sit there and actually think about what is a 10.
Yes.
And I do understand the idea that nothing's going to be perfect.
Yes.
And of course, if it's a masterpiece, then is the game the best it could be for what it's trying to do in this current moment? Yes.
So many people think this though. So many people come at me, like you said, like this, if I've ever mentioned, I would give that game a 10 out of 10. They're like, well, no game is perfect, so no game could ever achieve. They say this. They're like, a 9.9 is the best a game could ever achieve because nothing is perfect. It's like, what the hell, man? Do you know what I mean?
It's like, look, would Ocarina of Time, if it was released today in its current form, get 10 out of 10? Probably get 9.5 still. No, but you know what I mean? Like, it's at that current state of the gaming industry, what's it doing and how groundbreaking X, Y, and Z, right? So I think it's an important point because you're right. There's so many people, if they see a 10, they automatically disagree because it just goes against their own philosophy of what a review could be at 10.
So 5 is mediocre. That does not mean average. The reason that you get so many game review scores that are around the 7 range is because, frankly, most of the...
Real quick, mediocre, Fallout 76. That game was complete trash from the get-go. How that is mediocre.
Oh my god, I didn't even finish my setup in Fallout. Like
it's terrible.
Dude, I'm like, how long is this gonna take me to get? You get over the first hill, and you're like, then you go to that other house and pick up more. I'm like, holy shit, the world is over. It's like nuclear Armageddon is here. Give me some shoes if they're not radioactive. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I like the scale here because are you saying the lady that said that X and IronMan's performance in bed is a 10 means there's still room for my improvement?
Like that doesn't mean it's perfect.
What? It's impossible.
Yeah.
What?
So their scorings.
Fast forward it a little bit. We're gonna watch the whole thing. Move it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm just gonna get through her part right here, and then I'm gonna
she's the one without the shirt off. I like her part.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play her part because after her, actually, she has a couple parts that I'll fast forward to, but I'll leave a link. I'll post a link to the video if somebody wants to watch the whole thing.
What's a 9 or a 10 on this motherfucker? Is it like when we applied for to college and I could have a 4.3 GPA out of 4.0 if I took AP classes? Is it like that shit or what?
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go.
The games that these major sites are reviewing, or major magazines or whatever are reviewing, are really fucking good. If you only play AAA games, which, let's be honest, most gamers do, then you only see the games that are getting 8s, 9s, and 10s because they are usually extremely high quality. Fallout 76 and Crackdown 3 apparently both got a 5, so that's worth noting.
I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. Giving a Fallout 76 a 5 out of 10, I think the
Far
system
too
is
high.
broken. Far too
Far
high.
too high.
The lane
No, that's because you guys are fucking ultra nerds that like to sit there and like pick your color your fucking tennis shoes when you're going to Fallout.
That Fallout 76.
All jokes aside, I don't completely agree with
Wow,
this.
that's a realistic looking cricket as we walk through, Fallout. Wow, that's a realistic looking cricket after the radiation.
Only AAA games. Where does a 5 sit within that? Then
It's just with guys like you who don't even have dates, and I mean, all you have is video games. You don't even have dates and video games.
It's much better to go into a 1 out of 5.
Move along, Nick. Move along. These guys are
I agree. I actually, at this point, kind of
we
resigned.
want the insider knowledge.
7 out of 10 is.
We don't want their analysis.
That's what it's all about,
Sure.
you know.
Another thing that I want to talk about is Metacritic, because this is a thing that people also don't know. Metacritic doesn't actually accurately just aggregate scores. They also weight different outlets' review scores differently. So like IGN, because it is The Guardian would be one as well, because they are considered reputable outlets, they get a higher weight.
So do you think that
So
different
IGN's
outlets
like
should be
a
weighted differently in
gatekeeper.
Metacritic's hands?
Wait a minute. So then me and you together sitting next to each other, we would have more weight because we're bigger.
I asked it.
I
Yeah,
think
pretty much.
that
That reviewers are giving The Last of Us Part 2 a 10 out of 10 because they don't want to be blacklisted.
Well, shit, fire, hellfuck. Well, I went to Stanford University. Does that make me smarter than any other video gamer? No.
10.
But what? What was it saying?
They wouldn't do it. And the truth is, if that's a thing that you're worried about, I think that you should be getting angry at Sony and Sony PR.
Okay, so do you think
We're gonna get angry with them in 2 minutes.
that publications are not giving, don't care about the scores they give when it comes to like getting access to code?
I definitely think there's a lot of effort that goes in from the publishers and the developers to try and get the best review score that they can. Of course, they want to get that. To say that they wouldn't care what the review score is, I just don't believe that to be completely true. I do feel
All right, here we
like
go.
our own experience when we have trashed.
But also, very important note, when I published the negative piece about Mass Effect Andromeda, you know what I was scared of, genuinely? The public. I didn't even think about EA. At no point did I think, oh no, EA is going to be mad at me if I tear this game apart. I don't care. I can also bet you that every outlet that gave this a 10 out of 10 in no part was like, Sony's going to love us.
You're not scared of the public. You're scared of the shows at the other places you want to work at.
God, the internet is going to fucking hate me, but I have to stick to my guns.
So this is an area that I can offer a little bit of.
Star Wars review had a same experience. I had mine at 7 a.m.
Together, my Last of Us 2 review, I was like, oh my god, my next 2 weeks on social media is going to be absolute hell. I went through this with Fallout 76. I went through this with Anthem. I went through this with Destiny
Anthem
2.
even? I can't remember that.
Yeah. Dude, my Anthem review was like 80% down, up, and like I was like, there were people reacting to my Anthem video all over the internet, and I was vilified. And
Nick, what are you doing? Nicholas? Hello? Nick? Can hear you. Turn your mic on. Hello? That's weird. I can't hear you, Nick. I don't know why. Nick, you muted yourself.
Yeah, I just
Oh my God.
when
This
I
is my
saw
co-pilot
TD.
tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is my co-pilot.
All right. All right, so
TD, get in here.
my
Hey guys.
so my dog Missy, I don't know if you can see her I don't know if you can see her
Yeah,
in
it's not really
the
around.
she's laying on the pillow
Yeah,
right,
it's all right
there.
I hear you.
So she was during that video. I had to mute my microphone because she was growling at me on the floor, wanting to get in the bed. So I muted my mic so I could step away for a second and pick her up and throw her
So
up
basically,
there.
I think it's official that between the movies and the video games, what we've seen last year, I think it's fair to say that none of us can rely or trust anybody that's a reviewer of shit that works for any of these companies. I think we've now come to that place. And Star Wars
Yeah.
Reviewed has me and him. I think has similar experience. Check, this was my experience. So I never heard of this game, The Last of Us, until 24/7, right? Fusion Media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So one of his first
good friend of the channel. We support.
A good friend of the
we
channel.
support him.
24. I wish I had his voice. 24/7. I'm like sexy, like Shaft. 24/7 Fusion Media. I should be on the Brown Network, whatever that Albanas shit is. Anyway, all right. So I love Albanas. He's so funny. All right. So anyway, get back to the point. So he's like, oh, Mike is the best ever. I actually unpacked my PlayStation. Right. I ordered this game, The Last of Us, and I played that motherfucker, and it was awesome. Hooked it up to my
the first game was phenomenal.
Yeah. I hooked it up. I played it, and I could see like it was back in the day. Getting into it. Call of Duty stuff with my boys and all that shit. I mean, I thought it was one of the best and smoothest plotline storytelling flows with gaming. Like it didn't stop. The chapters weren't too fast. I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed it. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption 1. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of that reminded me of that but I played Red Dead first because 24/7 he wanted to do a video on it. And I'm like, I never heard of a fun game, and so because I've always been more hardcore Xbox. Anyway, so I went out, unpacked and played it, loved it. So this was going to be my approach. So I pre-ordered the fucking thing, the part 2, right? This is before the riot. No, this is before the last 2 weeks, right? It's like I pre-ordered it early, with my gamer account and shit like that. And so what I was going to do is I was going to try to not listen to the noise, not look at the spoilers, try to filter everything out, and I was just going to like play it this weekend, right? And I was going to do like a review, my own fucking review. But guess what? Fucking like we just got hammered on reviews of this shit for the last 2 weeks, right? 3 weeks. They canceled Jeremy, and the shit with Sony, and they argued that it was copyright and blah blah blah. I mean, it's like you couldn't. Every time I turned to walk away from it, I ran into another wall of.
Did you see PewDiePie's review of it?
Well, I'm getting there. Hold on.
I saw it today.
You saw it today?
Yeah, I saw PewDiePie's review today, and
two things happened to me. One is I saw the reactions, PewDiePie, and there was Angry Joe, and some other one. Anyway, I saw those, and then I made the mistake of watching the videos, the leaked videos. I said, all right, let me just see what they're bitching about, and I watched them, and I literally got fucking nauseous.
It's terrible.
I can't even.
It's terrible.
I can't like. I don't even want to. I mean, but I ordered the game. So I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, so what do I do now, Star Wars? Do I play the game so I can have the same reaction? I am so fucking nauseous, bro. The video images, I can't get them out of my head, TD. Like, you ever see something that you can't unsee?
Yeah.
Like I remember one time I stopped on the side of the road. There was an awful accident. And we were helping some innocent people in an accident, and one of them, their arm was partially detached and dangling. I'll never get that image out of my mind. Right? It's just
like finding your mom on a porn site.
Yeah, what, Nick? What?
Yeah, I just went there.
Yeah, Nick, it would be like that. Yeah, because me and TD know what that's like.
Don't hold back.
I have not experienced that.
Dude, I saw that
I've
video
seen it in a movie, and I could only imagine.
Bro, I'm watching this damn thing on my 4K, 75-inch 4K screen in my living room, and I'm like. Okay, so where he gets killed, okay, so that part, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of The Walking Dead when the Asian guy got killed with the hammer.
Yeah.
If you remember that. You remember that? Where you're just like, no, wait, no. And then that sex scene. Did you see the video of the sex scene, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
It makes Brokeback Mountain look rated G.
Yeah, so and the thing is, I'm not 100% clear on this, but I believe, from my understanding, and I could be completely wrong in this, but from my understanding, is the Abby character is a transgender male who is female now.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess, but how come these issues? I mean, if you look at the story plotline, like, how come these issues weren't explored in the first one? Because they weren't there.
Yeah, none of it was there. And did you see the ending of the game?
No, I couldn't go that far. I got to the scene
Oh,
with the sex, and I stopped.
It does not pay off anything at all. It's just like
So
it's just sort of like it goes to the end, and it's like, well, it's sort of like the end of The Sopranos, where it just cuts to a black screen.
Oh, great! Is that why Knight of Ren or Darth said it was like the Last Jedi?
That was me. It's
you?
totally like The Last Jedi. There's no payoff, and it's actually.
Did you play it? Did you play through it?
No, I have the first game, and it was awesome. Story was really good, but this new iteration is there's no payoff. A lot of people are comparing it to last season of Game of Thrones too. The characters are not characters are not doing what they had been established to be able to do in the first game.
I'm going to call it for what it is. These are guys in Hollywood that want to get laid. They're afraid to do it any other way, like the old school way, and they're just pandering to these bitches and whatever the fuck they think that these bitches want to do. That's it. Nothing else makes fucking sense. I don't know what else makes sense.
Hey, well, we change topic because you guys are out of control, right? Has anybody seen the trailer for the new EA like X-Wing TIE Fighter game? Like
yes,
we are definitely covering that tonight.
Yeah, that's on deck tonight, buddy. Give us 2 more topics.
Okay, we'll
give 2 more topics.
We are definitely covering that.
We're super excited about that shit. Super excited.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Actually, since you just jumped on, okay, I am so happy you're here because I was trying to reach you, trying to find you on Twitter earlier, and you're not on Twitter, but
I'm
glad I got your email because I heard a rumor that shit was going down inside the Legion, brother. What is up? I heard a rumor.
I'm going to speak briefly to it. I'm actually because I'm part of my garrison's like captain of the guard.
Okay,
and I can say that it's pretty. It's kind of imploding right now. It has to do with one of the United Kingdom garrisons, and with the Legion commanding officer having issues. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. So there's a lot of back and forth going on right now within the 501st. It's actually pretty ugly.
I saw everything going on with that whole situation, and my thing was the person they kicked out, and this is just my view as an outsider looking in. Now I haven't talked to TD about this because I know he's involved, and I don't want to put him into a spot to where he's got to. I just don't want to put him on the spot to where he's got to come out, and say anything that could end up hurting his position in that group of people. But
I can say, Nick, I can say it's like an ongoing investigation, so I can only comment briefly on it until the full thing comes out.
Yeah, so I don't know anything that's going on with this, and I haven't been bugging TD about it at all. I've read what I've read that's public, and my thing is the person that was complaining that was kicked out, to me, seemed like that person was kicked out and they weren't even looking into what that person was complaining about. It was just like, all right, you're complaining, so you're out. Now, that's just my perception as an outsider. That might not be the case. I have no idea.
What's the word, TD? Because I've heard of conflicts before, but I heard you guys like lock it down. You guys know how to please yourselves. Unlike the city of Seattle.
Yeah, right.
I've always heard you guys know how to please yourself.
So is the 501st going to have an autonomous zone next?
I really hope not.
In that direction.
I really hope not. We might everybody might go rogue, and all the garrisons might break off. I hope not, but. I can say that the person that was kicked out that you're speaking of, it was our Legion commanding officer.
Woo!
Which is it's actually an elected position.
And can we be clear about this? Just for perspective, and this is also my understanding. I'm not saying this for sure. You might be able to clarify, but the person actually wasn't kicked out. They were just suspended for the time being. Is that correct?
That is correct. They were suspended for 6 months, but because this person was our Legion commanding officer, you can't have a suspension and still maintain that office.
Even if the person is correct?
That I'm going to have to defer. We don't know what the total outcome of this is going to be. There's a lot of speaking going on.
Saying if it comes out that the person was justified, was correct, nothing wrong in what they were saying is accurate and true, would that still be the case?
Possibly. We'd have to take it to a vote within the Legion and then see if we could get it back in.
Oh wow! So it's a full Legion gets to vote. You guys don't have like a special like little committee?
Yeah, so I mean, it's quite a bit more organized than people think. I mean, aside from us just being costumers, there's a whole set of bylaws and.
No, I've heard you guys know how to police yourselves. Like seriously, I mean, I wasn't joking when I said that. I've heard there's been other conflicts over the years and other issues, but you guys have an uncanny ability to govern yourselves.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I mean, that's what my job is, to maintain good order and discipline within my garrison, which is what my job is the Legion captain of the guard.
And so, what do you think is likely to happen, bro? Or is it too?
It's really too early. It's too early to tell. There's been some other things that have come to light that preliminary investigations I can't really speak to right now. I'd like to give you guys some more information, but yeah, until more information comes out, I really can't.
Yeah, I totally get it and understand, TD.
I get it,
but I do know other costuming organizations are pretty much flame spraying us pretty hard. And it's like I said to my very first stream. A lot of people consider us costume snobs, which I think that's a really bad sentiment. But we've got our people in our Legion that kind of help that sentiment along. Unfortunately,
right.
What do you mean, unfortunately? Why is that unfortunate?
Well, I mean, I've been places where or been at events where some of our people seem a little bit more haughty towards other costumers than others, and that really just has no place. I mean, we're supposed to be a fan organization, a nonprofit organization, and everybody's welcome. Just like I've said before, it's irregardless of sex, religion, politics. We're just here to have fun and love Star Wars. But you know how the saying goes. Was it power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely?
Yeah, just look at Coach Wars. We gave him the access codes for all the new video editing equipment. It's been trying to IronMan videos like crazy. All right, well, we won't put you more on the spot than that. But yeah, I did hear that late last night, and I was curious. But man, I don't know. I just hope in these crazy times you guys hold it together, because you're an you're an institution that has done a lot of good. We'll do a lot of good. Continue doing a lot of good. You can't put a monetary impact on the lives of that kid when they see you walk up and say hi to you. And I've always thought it was really interesting, that you guys do these events and these, you guys are the bad guys, right? In theory, right?
Yeah, our slogan's "Bad guys doing good."
Right, but I mean, you're the bad guys. I mean, and there's a shitload of you. I mean, you're a Legion, right? You never show up at an event with just one of you. There's always a bunch of y'all that I've heard of and that I've seen. I've never seen a video where there's just like one or two people, right? And so you show up and you're the bad guy, but then these little 2, 3, 4-year-old toddlers run to you guys. Like literally, they run to you.
Yes, they do. I certainly do. That's what brings me the most amount of joy. Is I guess spreading smiles to everyone. It's just right now we're just kind of going through, just like our nation is. It seems some political upheaval.
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt is like to the fellow first. Why are you so loud? And I was so misunderstood. Like in the Godfather movie. Anyway. All right, well, that's a good segment, too. What I want to talk about, new video game in the offing. Oh, Nick, talk to us.
And you're referring to EA Star Wars Squadrons, right?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And my boy says he's seriously going full out flight stick VR setup.
Yeah, so I have VR, a PS4 VR. And I have the Thrustmaster joystick and throttle controls that I got with Ace Combat 7. And I'm a huge fan of X-Wing and TIE Fighter series from LucasArts from back in the day. And ever since they came out with the X-Wing VR mission with the first Battlefront game, I have said, if EA will make a VR combat simulator Star Wars game, I will buy it 10 times over. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want to play. And now they're coming out with it. Now, I'm excited about this, but I'm also very cautious because it's EA. I don't trust EA. Their past record is not very good. And when I watched the trailer, we had this isn't being sexist, but they had a woman narrator, all women characters. It's just sort of like they're just feminist everything, And when you did see the male characters, they were on the Empire side. So that kind of stuck out to me a little bit. That doesn't mean I'm not going to buy it. That doesn't mean I'm going to play it, because I also think that you can customize your character. So I think depending on whatever you want to play, you can basically create your own character in the single player and multiplayer, and that will be the character that you play. I don't know that 100%, but I think that's how it is.
Yeah. Hey, Nick. Hey, so I was watching Eckhart's Ladder. He does a lot of reviews of Star Wars, and they have where you can customize your character. You can even customize your cockpit. They showed a Ewok bobblehead in it.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, guacamole smasher in there for some jalapenos and guac when you're on those long trips.
Yeah. You can put little trinkets and stuff in there, to kind of spice things up a little bit. But I'm very excited for this game, and I'm very cautious about this game at the same time. So
man, you hate EA, huh?
I hate EA.
Dude,
EA is the corporate overlords of the worst possible. I mean, anybody that plays Madden, I mean,
what? I've been playing Madden for like 1,500 years, whatever.
Yeah, I quit buying Madden years ago, and I love football games. Like, I hated the NCAA college football. They quit doing it because
it was impossible to do it right.
But Madden, I was a huge fan of that series. I bought the game every year, but pretty much it got to the point to where it's like I'm literally buying this game for a roster update, and that's it. Every single year, I'm buying this game for a roster update. So I haven't bought a Madden game in probably over 7 years.
Yeah, but you're not much of a sports gamer, anyways. I mean,
well, not currently, but I was.
Because I tell you, it's well, I mean, but like, I think the whole commercialism of all that, the game of the sports games is like that's not, especially when you get into NBA 2K and shit like that. I mean, I'm excited because, I've been stuck with a shitty. My favorite sport on the planet is baseball. And anybody who's like Xbox versus Sony,
I love baseball.
We have had an inferior game in the Xbox universe, right? I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah,
right?
me and Coach used to play baseball. We rented a baseball game. I think it was a King Griffey baseball game, and I was whooping his ass. And Coach does not like losing. He does not like losing. And
he doesn't like a lot of things, but
yeah, and if he's losing, he's gonna let you know he's not happy about it.
Right.
But it's sort of, but he loves it when he's winning. Like if you play that mofo in some Halo, he's gonna dominate you, and you're gonna hate him for it. But if you play him in a game, then that you are waxing ass on him on. Yeah, he does not like it.
Let's see. Well, I'm excited as all hell for it to come out. And I gotta tell you, but there was a big news story last year when a lot of Kathleen Kennedy stuff was going on. There's a huge news story about when the EA folks came to do the meeting with the Lucasfilm group. And is that Coach downstairs backstage? Is that Coach backstage? Is that Coach backstage? I don't know. I can't tell. Star Wars Reviewed. Welcome, sir. How are you?
What's up? Doing good.
Ooh, nice clean microphone, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited as all hell. You excited as all hell for this game?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, Star Wars Reviewed.
What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good.
Now, Star Wars Reviewed. You know Coach personally, right?
I do. He was my basketball coach for 2 years.
Okay, yeah, that's what he was telling me. But yeah, so did you ever? So you're a little bit younger generation. How old are you?
20.
Oh wow! So did you ever play the LucasArts games, the X-Wing or TIE Fighter series?
I have not. I've always wanted to.
Oh god, dude, get on Steam and what?
I told you he wouldn't be able. I told you he was too lazy to start the stream tonight, but there's no way he'd be able to resist the stream once we started it.
I thought you were still in Orange Beach at the beach house.
We got a lot to
Liar!
talk about, people. We got a lot to talk about.
I
of all,
didn't think you. I thought you
I'm at
weren't
the
leaving
beach,
till
so you're
tomorrow.
talking crap about me?
Oh, calm
Yeah.
down, Coach. So don't interrupt Star Wars Reviewed. We're actually having an intelligent conversation. Something about you. See, I'm
No,
you.
I'm
I
good
took
with
a
it.
5-minute rant
Back
about
to
how
Star
I
Wars-
can't
back to
handle
the-
a loss.
Back to Star Wars Reviewed.
Don't make me-
Where'd he go? We don't know where he went.
Oh,
All right, Star Wars Reviewed. Let's keep going.
No,
So, bro,
bring Coach back. Bring Coach.
All right, I'll bring it back. Oh yeah, but he's got to be nice. Let Star Wars Reviewed finish his thoughts. Star Wars Reviewed. What are you most excited about in the game?
I love the first person. Like it looks like it's full immersion. And I'm super excited for that.
Yeah,
It's such a step up from the X-Wing TIE Fighter like franchise. I'm like
Absolutely.
Nick. I'm so excited about this game, but just like Nick, I'm a little apprehensive that the EA's. Hey, let's spend money to get upgrades, and I'm not up for that.
Oh, you're more
Yeah,
you're more
if
concerned
it-
about
if it's
that
pay to
part
play-
versus the wokeness part because Nick was
Yeah.
coming off on the wokeness angle.
No,
Yeah,
that I can kind of deal with, but because the gameplay itself, looks just amazing. I can't wait to just jump in the TIE Fighter and fry some X-Wing.
That's what I think, dude. And with the new chip, the new chips and shit, I'm excited as fucking hell. This is going to be amazing. I mean, this is literally going to be amazing. Like, there's no reason to not play. I'm hoping for this experience. You guys ever do LAN gaming back in the day with PCs, like
Yes.
in-person LAN gaming?
It's
What I'm
great.
hoping.
Coach were all over Diablo 2 on that back in the day.
So what
used
I'm
to-
hoping,
used to
when I'm
crush
hoping
five
with Squadron,
computers.
can you imagine if online we get that same vibe as when we used to LAN game with each other, like a Battlefield or something like that?
It's gonna be epic.
Oh, it's gonna be super epic. Then we can all like form a squadron, go after Coach, and hunt him down for the criminal he is. The space criminal he is. No, okay, we love Coach. We love Coach with all.
Well, apparently in this game, there's also like a support ship
Yep.
class that can heal your shields or give you more weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be manned by the Mexicans in the galactic. In the galactic.
The Mexican droids
Yeah, exactly.
back there doing all the work.
Exactly, because they need some work to do. I am excited. So, but listen, last year it was EA that before Rise of Shitwalker came out, Smack Talker Walker Leia came out, whatever. But before then, it was EA Games that had a big meeting with Lucasfilm and said, "Listen, don't you guys know all the properties you have? Don't you know this? Don't you know that?" Because Lucasfilms was going to withhold the release of the last gaming title that just came out. They were going to withhold it. They were going to try to delay it and line it up with some kind of Disney Plus TV. They're like, no. And they were. Oh, and they also wanted to take the lightsaber, make the lightsaber the what do you call it? What was that other word they called it? A sword, fire sword or some shit. I don't know. Lights. I don't know. They're trying to change the name of it, and they were going to delay. And he is like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna this product is gonna die. We're releasing it. We're moving forward. It'll be received in the marketplace. Everybody wants lightsabers. You guys aren't satisfying that market. There's a bunch of people in the lights. Says we're gonna go take care of these people. And I think overall, most of us were pretty happy with that. With the game. I think, right?
I'm sorry, I lost track of what you were saying.
Nick, I'm saying with the last title that came out from the last video game title came out. I was pretty happy with it. I love the gameplay. I love using the lightsaber.
Oh, you're talking about Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
And I think now by going into the squadron arena, it's going to satiate something that a lot of us are dying for, which is that feeling of flying and going into battle, with aircraft and stuff. It's going to really satiate a lot of what we're hungry for. Because if we think about it, we got shitty lightsaber battles and we got shitty space battles in all the movies, the last three, in my opinion.
Big time.
I heard
Which
there's
that's
going to be
going to lead us into another topic about the rumor of the Doomcock's video this week about them fixing Star Wars. Which, if that is true, I'm super excited about. Now, everybody knows Coach to be the hopeful one in the fandom Munis community.
The ethical one.
Doomcock's video. Doomcock literally himself has now shed a bit of a hopeful tear.
Yeah,
with the video that he did this week.
I was on his. I was on streaming with him. Was it last night or was it on Thursday night? And he basically told me to stand down and chill out because I was kind of coming on heated and shit. I'm like, this, And he's like, Mike's an Iron Man. All I can tell you is that is that I won't be producing any more videos that are critical of this because that is how credible I think this rumor is. And I'm like, son of a bitch, Lord Doomcock, man.
Yeah,
I mean, to put him on the same like level as Coach, in terms of beacon of hope and purity, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Coach is eternally,
Well, I mean, if you look at it as a whole, they've certainly given themselves an out with the World Between Worlds. I mean, I thought that was a great episode in Rebels. I'm not a big Rebels fan, but actually it was. I like that episode. So it actually kind of gives them a little bit of a way to reset the franchise. If, the way Doomcock was talking about.
Oh shit, we got more people. That's a party now. All right, the party's full now.
Won't Mexican Iron Man ever shut up?
You know what? Will Mexican Iron Man ever leave you in?
I actually.
Oh shit!
I was actually just saw your text message, Loki, and was just replying to you right when he brought you in because I can't see you backstage. So
yeah, so Doomcock. So what? Because I started going. I was actually on two fronts. I was getting heated on the Captain Kirk rumor that Captain Kirk was going to be turned LGBTQ whatever. Or whatever.
Oh God, I hope not.
Well, I mean there's a few rumors of that earlier in the week. I don't know if you guys picked that up. I mean, that's Star Trek, not Star Wars. And then when he released his video was it Tuesday, about the secret plot. And so I was on a stream with him with his channel members, and I started getting kind of heated. And he called me down and told me to settle down. He says I literally think that they're actually going to drive this thing out like a bad, like a bad storyline plot line with this whole thing called, what do you call it, the Force Veil, the Force Veil.
Yeah, the Force Veil.
It's actually it's the same thing as the World Between Worlds.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
The Force Veil is also like the Valley of the Force, and Valley of the Force is explained as if the Force was a valley, then the dark side would be the river, and the light side would be the river bank in the valley.
Okay, but then but then what's Legends and what's canon now?
Everything is all screwed up. There's also a rumor that
they can basically pick and choose all that.
Yeah. Disney may make the sequel trilogy Legends. I've heard that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
Yep.
Wait,
and how awesome would that be that Han Solo never actually died? Luke actually was never an old grumpy hermit on an island.
Not exactly.
And it's not actually part of Star Wars canon, which for a lot of us, it's not.
Bad idea.
100%.
Yeah, I
as
totally
a guy
agree.
who collects lightsabers, it just bummed me out to see him toss it over his shoulder. I mean, my heart just sank right there in that movie at the beginning. I was just
As bad as it was, they do not need to retcon the sequel trilogy.
I agree. It screws everything up. Everything's already screwed up anyway, and all they're doing is keeping and throwing crap into Legends.
That makes Star Wars a joke, top to bottom.
Yep.
Well, it's already been made.
Why do you say that?
It's already been made top to bottom.
Why do you say that?
I'm just telling you how I feel. Like,
why do you say joke top to bottom? Wouldn't you be happy that it's fixed?
No, it won't be fixed.
It won't be fixed.
Yeah,
it won't be fixed. I agree with Coach.
If they came out with an episode 7 again, that is a defeat. Like it don't matter what they do.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? It's a defeat. It's a victory.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't see them coming out with another episode 7. I think that would be stupid.
Exactly.
Now, if they basically said, "All right, this isn't canon, this is Legends,"
yeah, not gonna happen.
They would do the same crap over.
I mean, from a canon standpoint, that would be a lot of us don't consider it canon anyways, so it really wouldn't mean two shits to me whether they did it or not, because I'm not ever going to watch those movies. To me, Han didn't die. That is the official canon. I don't accept it, but
I see. So you mentally, basically, what you're doing mentally is you're like, oh, those are stories that were told, but to me, they don't exist in my universe.
In my universe.
In your world, so in your world, canon, Legends isn't canon, and canon isn't Legends. Canon is canon, and Legends is whatever the flying fuck.
So the Timothy Zahn, Heir to the Empire, Thrawn series it is more canon than the sequel trilogy is. In
Can
my
I jump in
mind.
here?
Yeah.
So like, so is I would say I would venture to say that I dislike the sequel trilogy every bit as much as Nick does.
Oh, absolutely.
We're just going a little bit different direction here. It is canon. It is their official. I mean, and I understand what Nick's saying, and I held that position for a time. But I am so tired of just going in circles with Star Wars. In my mind, I'm talking about my mind, nobody else's. I don't care what anybody else thinks. In my mind, I'm ready to accept it. It is what it is. I didn't like it. I'm never going to like it. And I'm just hoping that the freaking VR game is good, that Mandalorian Season 2 is good, that we get some good books, that we get some more good games, and that Star Wars will come back up. But letting the sequel trilogy stay around and remain a factor is not a good thing. It is time to move on.
Yep.
I'm not going to say.
I stand behind that 100%.
Yeah, I agree too.
I'd agree with Coach on that.
Huh.
And I get Nick. I totally get what you're saying, because if you asked me 2 weeks ago, depending on the mood I'm in, I would probably agree with you 100%. I don't recognize that as canon. That's not my Star Wars. But you know, at this point, that it is what it is, and I don't like it. Star Wars to me will always be episodes 2 through 6.
Yeah.
and,
You mean 1 through 6? 1 through 6.
Oh yeah, sorry. But anyways, 0.9 through 6. 0.9 through 6.
Oh my God! What did you hate about the Phantom Menace?
All of
Everything
it
but
until
the end.
doors open and Darth Maul standing there.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Which the edited version, the fan edit versions of the whole prequel trilogy, if you watch it, they basically combine all 3 films into about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and it literally starts where the right before the doors are opening with Maul there at the end of the Phantom Menace.
You know, over the last couple of weeks, I've been looking in the news, guys, and not much, just every once in a while, and I do Star Wars news look, and I'm like, oh. It's literally, we have been running in circles for a few years now.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's not
ready.
our fault.
Oh. I don't know about that.
How is that our fault?
Because we're stuck. Jump off the wheel.
Dude, Disney can't on the one hand say, "Oh, there because of what Solo was a piece of shit." They can't say, "Oh, there's too much."
There's nothing we can
There's too much
do.
Star Wars product out there in the marketplace, and we overfilled their stomachs. Give me a motherfucking break. I just live streamed half of the season. 2 seasons of DS9 the other day because it's a fucking great show. You think I wouldn't watch 4 or 5 Star Wars movies in 1 year?
Yeah,
You cannot invent the time machine.
What
Not gonna
Coach
happen.
just said, they screwed up when they desecrated the EU. They screwed up with the movies. They have stumbled over and over again. And if they erase all that again, like dumbasses, it's another stumble. I completely agree with what you're saying.
They should never have made the EU not canon. They should
That was a terrible idea.
Should have kept it like it was and just went with it. But instead, the first thing Disney did when they got the licensing was, okay, Expanded Universe is Legends. And then
But let me tell you what, guys. Let me tell you what. If season 2 of Mandalorian, if they pull it off, I'm skeptical, as Nick was talking about earlier. You know, I don't know if I am scared that they're just thinking that all of these big name appearances is going to automatically make the Mandalorian season 2 great, and it's not. It's got to be a great story.
Yeah.
But if they pull that off and we're getting the Star Wars squadrons, that's a little momentum going the other way in a positive way for me. Because if Star Wars Squadrons is a great game, I will be there all the time, Loki. We will be playing that all the time. And I will be honored to fly in your squadron.
Oh, yeah.
Can you fly with a muted microphone?
Yes, you can fly with a muted microphone.
Not you, I meant Coach.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Got the chatter, Coach.
Anyways, so you think that's enough? In Star Wars Review, you agree with him?
I do.
Huh? Why?
Tenfold. I'm just ready. I'm ready to chalk it up as a loss and move on.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Now I
Move
get
forward.
it. Almost like I get it. Like a bad season
Exactly.
of varsity sports. You just go. We thought we were going to win the championship. We didn't even get into the regionals. Let's call it a day.
100%.
Yeah, and I'm also, which me and Coach have actually had conversations about this before, and I'm in the same boat as that, but I'm still in the mindset of canceling that out of my mind, the whole sequel trilogy, completely. Like I literally will never watch those movies ever again in my lifetime. I will never watch them ever again. But as far as the Star Wars news goes, there really hasn't been a whole lot going on in the news. So a lot of that stuff has constantly still been in rotation, and people are still talking about it and still making it relevant. And I agree with Coach on the fact that I'm getting to the point to where I'm tired of talking about it.
Yeah,
I'm tired of talking about the sequel trilogy. It would please me if I never had to talk about the sequel trilogy ever again, even if new George Lucas news came out, which
doesn't matter.
Which if you guys saw, there was news that came out that Jon Favreau and George Lucas hate The Last Jedi.
Yeah, doesn't matter
this week. But the thing is, we all already knew that.
Yeah.
We all already do that. No way did George Lucas. He did. Everybody already knows. Which Campia. That's the one thing that Campia was really pushing hard on. Is I know. I'm close and I'm good friends with Mark Hamill's son, and Mark Hamill was leery in the beginning, but he got on board and he loves The Last Jedi and he loves the Star. No, I'm not buying that. He hates it just as much as George Lucas hates it, and it's obvious. And they'll probably even going forward in time, there's probably going to be news that's going to come out about the sequel trilogy that nobody knew about, that will be confirmed, that we pretty much already knew.
What about the rumor? What about the rumor that Rian Johnson has his trilogy greenlit? We covered this, I think, last week, and that Broom
No
Boy
way it ever happens.
Broom Boy is going to be the new Jedi Hope, and that Rey's daughter, Kylo Ren, got Rey pregnant with that kiss through the Force, and her daughter is going to be the new leader of the Sith.
Yeah, I saw that too. I really hope that doesn't happen.
I want to say they're not that stupid, but no guarantees.
All right,
no way Ron Johnson ever gets a trilogy.
I think I can articulate my point a little better now after having a little bit of time to think about it, listening to Nick go through that. When a Terminator movie comes out, like the last couple, and did you guys like them?
No, I don't even remember what the last one, two were about.
That's negative.
And that's my point. Okay. As much as we liked Terminator and Terminator 2, when a bad Terminator movie comes out now, right after we see it and we know that movie sucks, we are immediately able to move on and relatively not even think about it again. We go about our daily life the very next day completely unaffected that movie sucked. We haven't been able to do that with Star Wars because there's a difference for the majority of us in how much we love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying now is we have grieved over the sequel trilogy, and now it is time to treat those movies like they're a bad Terminator film. And Nick already kind of said it a second ago. Treat them like they never happened. Don't talk about them. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. And then there's no way that Disney, we are keeping the sequel trilogy alive, so to speak, with always making videos, always talking about it, always George Lucas said this, Mark Hamill did this, they should have done this. There's the George Lucas cut. Leave it alone. Let it die. Don't talk about it. And then Disney will then realize, oh, Or it's like our movies never happened. Nobody even talks about them anymore. Nobody watches them. It's over. They really did suck. But Disney's sitting there going, oh, man, there's still so much people talking about it, and there's videos popping up. They don't care what we're saying about it, only that the fact that we're talking about Star Wars.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Yeah. A memo from Coach. That's how I feel. And my goodness, they're going the right direction, at least in terms of games at this moment.
The new game, you're supposed to, from the rumor I heard, you're only going to get an hour campaign on each side. And then everything else is multiplayer.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think the real draw is just getting in a cockpit and going up against each other.
That's the reason why the game is only going to be $40.
Yep.
But
there's two different multiplayer modes now.
Yeah, there's dogfight, and then there's capital ships or
capital
like
siege or something like that. And
something like that.
That's what the game is about. And you're talking about a multiplayer level that's broken down into 3 stages. And that final stage is when you're trying to take out the capital ship. That is legit. That's going to be incredible gameplay, we hope. Unlike anything we've ever played before.
Yeah, they're going to make the capital ships really pretty lethal too, from what I understand.
So Coach, did you see the
gameplay trailer? Yes, I did.
With the designers?
No, I didn't.
The game designers and stuff this week?
No.
At EA Play?
No, I was on vacation, but I never got a phone call from you. And I relatively call you every single day, even when you are on vacation. But you never called me. So.
Well, I actually didn't see it. And I actually didn't see it till last night.
I talked to TD more than I talked to you and Mike combined.
Well, I knew you were on vacation with family.
So what?
And stuff,
so what?
I wasn't going to bother you.
Oh well, it doesn't bother. I bother you.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, we see the driving force behind this relationship. If it weren't for me and Nick would talk 12 times a year instead of 350.
I actually call you when you're not on vacation, when you're at home during the week.
I was home today.
I didn't know. I didn't think you were leaving till tomorrow.
We left this morning. It was a 10-hour drive back home. It was
incredible. See, I didn't know that.
It was crazy. I didn't think I would actually make the live stream. And then I just kind of wanted to surprise y'all. And then when I heard you talking crap about me, about how I can't take a loss, I was like, yeah, I'm jumping on.
Do you want me to bring up Mortal Kombat 2?
Sure. I don't like losing. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was referring to.
Who does?
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't. If you listen to the beginning of the stream, I was like, Coach is still on vacation.
I've been listening to the whole thing.
Oh, well, then you heard me at the beginning.
And I also posted that we're live on Twitter and are on our other channel.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Coach is back.
Yeah,
and I've heard about, 47 F-bombs from our co-host, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Tone it down just a little, please.
Yeah, he got a package. He's used to going on
my show,
show, on other people's shows.
Remember who we are, Echo Base Network.
We are the Boy Scouts of the Phantom Menace.
Yes. Yes. When girls could enter.
Hey, so did anybody see the video with Dave Filoni in that women's conference? So something you want to touch on?
I
let that drop.
Watched it, or I listened to it.
I watched it.
All right, so and the thing about that video is there was a lot of people that was trying to cause drama between Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and Doomcock, because Doomcock was going hard on Filoni for that, and Jeremy came out and said anybody going after Filoni for that is basically an SJW. So before Jeremy's Twitter account got canceled, Jeremy and Doomcock basically said, look, we have different opinions. We see things different. Me and Doomcock did a car video together. We're friends. And Doomcock said, I stand with Jeremy, and Jeremy was like, I stand with Doomcock. So, yeah, there's people within the Phantom Menace that have different viewpoints on that Dave Filoni thing. But I will go back to the interview that, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but the interview that Jeremy had with that writer, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I remember.
But he's the one that talked about Dave Filoni and George Lucas hating Star Wars, and George Lucas is not happy with where Star Wars sits today. But during that interview, he said, if somebody comes out and says something, you know, that you're like, oh, SJW, you know, he's like, what do you expect them to say in this environment that they're in?
No,
they're
exactly.
basically trying to save their jobs and not get fired. They might not necessarily agree with what they're saying, but what do you expect them to say? If they come out and say what they really feel or what they really want to say, they're probably not going to be involved anymore. So I can understand that aspect of it. And I know Coach understands that aspect of it because of the job that he has. There's a lot of stuff he can't say and do because of the position he's in.
Correct.
And those people are in a similar position. Now, me, I don't give a shit. I can say whatever I want to. I'm not in one of those positions, so it doesn't matter. I can let it fly, and I've been letting it fly on Facebook for like the last 2 weeks, and I've been in some heated debates with people. But I get that. I get that. I understand that, and I understand where they're coming from. And regardless of what Dave Filoni says, you know, I can criticize what somebody says, but I'm more interested on the content that he's going to give.
Yep.
What are you going to give me that Star Wars? What are you going to give me with Star Wars? Is it going to be good? If it's not good, I'm going to call it out that it sucks. And if it's SJW, identity politics, whatever, I'll call that out. But if it's good, despite what you said, I'll be like, man, I love it. I think it's great. I like the direction it's going. But so I understand Jeremy's viewpoint. I understand Doomcock's viewpoint, and I can see where Filoni may be coming from, and that's just a maybe because I'm not in his head. I don't know his thoughts behind everything that he said there. You know, so that's my take on it.
What happens in the fandom if we can't give our opinions anymore? If you can't say something without being called an SJW and everybody piling on you, that sounds like being an SJW. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
To me,
I totally agree.
Yeah,
that's crap.
Well, the one thing I say about the Filoni thing, it was like 4 years ago, and you also have to remember Favreau helped oversee the Mandalorian as well. And if Filoni was talking, you know, behind or outside with Kathleen Kennedy's viewpoint, I think Favreau might have helped steer him in the right direction. So that's what I'm kind of going with on this. That I hope Favreau can kind of steer the ship and lead it, keep having good Star Wars.
Is this a moment of silence?
I think so. Everybody's got real quiet.
I was about to say, did I lose
It's a moment of
everybody?
silence.
That was a
34
mic
years.
drop for real.
Yes.
Like we were all like just stunned. Yes.
I think we're just all in agreement.
There's no doubt that we're in agreement. And, we just want it to be good moving forward. I'm actually sitting here scrolling through the Star Wars news that I've missed the last few days, seeing if there's anything. I'm not really sure what all Mike had been thinking about talking about.
Yep. Damn straight, Nick. I got a 5-year-old bottle I broke into today for our bonfire over in Valhalla. And I don't drink when I do streams, but I will drink for that.
You had a rough day, Nick?
Huh?
Had a rough day?
No, I've actually had a good day, and that's why I cracked this.
I reckon out the good
He
stuff.
drinks on both.
Yeah. Coach called it. I drink on both. Good days, bad days. The thing is, on bad days, I'm like, oh man, like I'll freaking just kick them back. But today's a good day, so I'm just enjoying it right now.
Nice.
If there's anyone else dying to step in the stream and join the 6 of us, let me know, and someone will rotate out. Probably Coach. Nah, I'm kidding.
I don't mind. I hear that you have a video that you wanted to play in my honor or something like that.
No, it's not. Well, I'm not going to do it with you on screen. It'll be rude.
No, please do. Like,
well, no. Well, I was going to show you. Remember the picture you sent me, the one that you cropped to on Facebook, male to female?
No.
Anyways, I can't do it.
Are you on Facebook, Mike?
No, well, I've got a thing there, but I never use that.
Play it. Let's go.
No, I don't have it ready. I don't have it ready. I'm on my other computer.
Tagging you, and you're not there. I can't find
Mark.
I'm on my Macintosh. I'm on my Mac. I'm not. I don't have it loaded up. We'll do it later next week or whatever.
Oh, I'm dying to know.
Well, it's not ready. You leave me in charge of I didn't even know if Nick was going to show up tonight. We got a little more.
Believe me, I understand.
Support at Echo Base Network. Leave me and Nick over here by ourselves.
Hey, I showed up right at 7.
I checked my phone and I'm like, Echo Base lives.
Yeah, exactly. Coach,
believe it or
Nick
not,
out here like stepchildren. Hey, I do have a serious topic or a couple of things I wanted to. Did anyone congratulate Loki on getting 500 subs yet?
I did in a.
Aren't you proud of him, Coach? Come on, Coach.
I am. Absolutely.
Are you proud of him?
I'm proud of him.
Remember when he was just in the stream?
I do remember.
With his cute little cheeks.
I'm going to tell you what, man.
Little Loki baby
I went back.
Toesies.
Let me tell you, I went back to some of mine and Nick's earliest videos that are, if you ever want a good laugh, go watch some of those.
Hi.
The production value is about as low.
I am. You are. We was. We be.
I didn't even come up with that yet. So, but anyways, Loki has pretty much been with us from the beginning, crazy.
Hey, we're all fans,
and Loki definitely deserves more than 500 subs.
No doubt, he deserves 5,000 right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy with what I get, dude. I'm happy with my audience.
That's what makes you so endearing. That you're always happy and tickled pink, whatever you get. Well, I don't know who tickled.
I want to get into some more gaming, but hey, come October, I know we will.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm ready.
And the thing about when we talked about Star Wars Squadrons a lot, you don't have to have VR to play the game.
Right.
And the game may be better without VR. I don't know. But I am probably going to be buying a VR headset for my PC just for this game.
Yeah.
I've got an HTC Vive, and if you ever play Elite Dangerous, there's a really interesting part of this. When you're playing it just on a screen.
I've played it, but not in VR.
Tracking targets is hard. It is. It's kind of like, you got to, there's like a little arrow that points when they're out of view, telling you where they're going. When you've got a VR headset, you literally have, depending on what cockpit you're in, anywhere from a 90-degree view to a 180-degree view. And you can look up and track them sons of bitches as you're flying. And you're like leaning back because you feel it in the ship. If it's like that, if they can accomplish that, you guys are in for an excellent treat if you have VR. I'm telling you.
I don't need to hear that. I don't need to break my pocketbook.
So how many of you have played the VR Battlefront side mission?
I have.
I didn't like it.
So have I.
What?
I didn't like it.
Why?
Man, that was one of the best gaming experiences I've ever experienced in my life.
I don't know. I didn't really like it. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would.
God, man, that's the only reason I even bought a VR for the PS4.
I played it at Nick's house for the first time.
Man, it was awesome.
I couldn't believe it. That was the first VR I ever played, by the way, was that Star Wars game. And me and Nick said over and over again, if we've said it once, we've said it a million times. That's the game I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
If they ever come out with a flight sim, combat sim, VR Star Wars game, I'm all in. If the ships are right, if the music is right, if the sound is right, how could it go wrong? I don't give a crap about the single player campaign. I hope it's great. I'll play it. I'll go through the whole thing.
No, this is called Squadrons for a reason, Coach. I think this is going to be magnificent. I agree. I think it's going to feel like land gaming. In space we're going to be playing each other, and it's just going to be epic, and it's going to throw everything else down the shithole.
And we do is we just jump over on Loki's Discord and we roll.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's what we do.
And there are mistakes they need to watch out for. Ace Combat 7 came out not too long ago.
I played through the whole thing.
Yeah, no VR support on PC. No controller support on PC.
I played it at VR on PS4.
If you had the X52 Pro or any kind of HOTAS badass setup like I've got, you could not use that when it launched. There were so many people that hated it, and now they just ghosted support for all the joysticks and shit.
Mexican Iron Man's gonna shut me down, but I'm gonna shut me down when you're ready. But let me just say, what we are working on, me, Nick, and Mexican Iron Man. The next project that we're working on, y'all know what it is?
Shut up!
This is perfect, y'all.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, Coach. You know, that's why I'm piping over to the squadron thing. That's because we're going to drop it up and say, oh, my God. God.
The hair on my arm is rising.
Did you ever do with your children? Did you ever tell them there was a Santa Claus, or did you just give them all the shit the night before? Did you ever let them, I wrapped this one up for you. Wake up. It's 3 a.m. Wake up. Santa just left.
I'm so excited, y'all. I understand the thing about being cautiously optimistic and everything, and we've been burned so many times. I'm not. I'm all in 100%. Both feet are in. Let's go.
Did you say both fingers in? What?
Coach is all in. I am hopefully optimistic.
Both fingers in what?
Hey, Loki, I did hear that.
Just because I know EA's track record.
Yeah. Loki, I heard that that is going to support third-party HOTAS type setups.
Yeah, I read that.
Good, because I know they're coming out with their own custom ones. I know they're going to have packages that have the their own version of a HOTAS. If they don't have others, that's all I was worried about. And if they are going to have third-party support, that's great. I'm totally.
It's going to be real time on the internet. It's going to feel like LAN gaming with Battlefield. Remember the olden days, Loki, with Battlefield when you LAN gamed it?
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's what this is going to be, and it's not going to be all quirky like the Star Trek shit that people play right now. People play a lot. A lot of people play Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica, squadrons or whatever the fuck they're called. They suck. God, they're all quirky and weird.
The Bridge Crew game sucks ass. I bought that. I bought into that, and a buddy of mine was like, "It's gonna be so cool," and I spent like 5 minutes in there. I was like, "This is the worst damn
Dude, you're like, dude, it's like 1987 in there."
Yeah.
I am turning to the right to see the triangle on the wall that is a window. Hello.
All right. So can I break in here one more time? And I'm probably gonna run out here in a minute, but there's an article that came out, guys, over at PC Gamer, and it's called "Star Wars Squadrons Shows That EA Finally Understands What PC Players Want." And the final paragraph in that article, it's actually the second from final. It says, "The Star Wars games I loved in the 90s seem destined to live in the shadows of EA's blockbusters, which are designed to sell 10 to 15 million copies. Sure, EA wants a ton of people to play Squadrons too, but making a successor to X-Wing versus TIE Fighter for the modern age is a crowd-pleasing move aimed at a more specific audience of
Real
PC
quick,
gamers."
Who played that? Who's played that of the six of us?
Me?
All
a lot.
I have.
Too young. I'm going to.
It's okay.
Bro,
but Star Wars Reviewed, have you played any of the Rogue Squadrons?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you're right there. That's the first cousin to X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Agree or disagree, Nick?
No, that's the Mexican.
Yeah,
short, stubby, fat cousin.
It was more arcadey than X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but yeah, it was sort of
still
like
great.
Yeah. I played it at Coach's when he had it on GameCube. I loved it.
Yep. So it says, but making a successor to X-Wing versus TIE Fighter for the modern age is a crowd-pleasing move aimed at a more specific audience of PC gamers. And that's not just, that is the audience. It's exactly what EA should have been doing all along with this fictional universe. Now, let's segue back to what we don't want to talk about too much. You could substitute EA for Lucasfilm or Disney. It's exactly what Disney should have been doing all along with this fictional universe. If Star Wars Squadrons is a huge success, and we need it to be, That is a clear message to Disney. That is a clear message to Lucasfilm that they should have been. This is our chance. They should have been paying homage and reaching out to the fans of old from the beginning.
Yep.
This article gets it with the games. The next step is that we got to show them with the movies. And you do that by stop talking about it.
You're doing what instead?
Yeah, maybe we'll make. Maybe we'll make that a thing for Echo Base Network channels. Is no more discussion of any topic to do with the sequel trilogy.
What are we going to make videos about?
I know, right?
Mandalorian season 2.
Karate Kid is on Netflix.
Well, there are people that have walked away that'll never be back. Period. They've disgusted them. They've ruined Star Wars for them. There are people that won't be back. There are people like me and like Echo Base and like Mexican Iron Man and the rest of you that love it so much that we want to see them right the ship.
Yeah.
Whether they do or not.
And ultimately, that's the whole reason people talk about it is because we don't want it to be bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we want it to be good. Like we want our
Nick,
voices to be heard.
Yeah, and I mean Nick and Coach reminded me of that because I thought I was going to be able to walk away, and I mean I never did my I love story, why I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
But if I ever do, you guys will understand. I can walk away. It's like there's a genetic DNA strand that, but I mean I can do like what Star Wars Reviewed was talking about and what TD were talking to. It's like just move on and let it go. Just move on and let it go. And I think I've done that now. Like I think I've moved on and let it and just let it go. Because now I'm obviously super excited for release. I love the last video game, but I'm telling you, I was really hopeful when EA sat down and literally the leak was that they sat down with Lucasfilm and they basically said, you guys don't know who your customers are, you don't know what they want, we do, we're offering them a video game, we're not doing movies, we're leaving this meeting and we know what we're doing, bye. And they refused to do any more check-in meetings. There was like a check-in, in terms of like getting approval for the direction and all that. And they just said, fuck you, we're going, we know what we're doing, we know what they want, and we're gonna go give it to them. And you're right, Coach. If they pop that on Squadrons, that'll be true. But I think there's two things that need to happen. Number one is we got to stop calling ourselves fans and we got to start calling ourselves customers.
I've been doing that for 2 years. I've been doing that since Ethan Van Skyburn, Jeremy, and
you have, Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but we got to expand this everywhere across the fandom minutes. There's two. I think there's two things, and I'm a soapbox, but it's Saturday night. I can't. Number one is we got to start calling ourselves customers and not fans, because when we say we're fans, we are lowering ourselves to pink and blue SJW haired lowlifes who don't give a flying fuck and will never spend $1 on any of these properties.
Well, they called us all fans. They called us all fans. When we said we are customers, they said, no, you're fans. I said, hell no. I bought every game, every book, every movie.
Customer.
Yeah.
I'm a paying customer. And I think what we need to do, I really believe this more and more. I mean, what I would love to, I wish I had some artistic ability, because I would love to take all of the channels of the Phantom Menace and put them on a mosaic along with their sub count at Twitter and their sub count with their YouTube, and then flip that over and their chills and their shrills, do it with the mosaic with those motherfuckers, because we outnumber them by far. Sure, there's a lot of duplicity, of course there is. Sure, I'm a member of Loki's channel, a member of Echo Base Network. There's a lot of duplicity here and there, but that's not the point. The point is, since all they care about impressions, we got to call ourselves customers. And I do think we all who are on care and passion, we need to do like what Coach does, and like look at this. We really got to brand the stuff that we're into, like how Coach has all of his Star Wars shit behind him. I mean, he's got $100,000 worth of shit behind him.
Not anymore, but I used to.
Okay, maybe you have a $50,000.
Look at those. Do you not see those empty shelves back there now?
Yeah.
Well, when I come visit you this August, they're going to be even less shit. I'm waiting for you to go to sleep. Anybody see Mike? I think he went to the Piggly Wiggly to sell it in the parking lot. No, but
how do you know about Piggly Wiggly?
But like how like your buddy the toy guy, what's his name, the
Retro Blasting?
Retro Blasters. man, he turns around. I'm like, holy shit! I think that's worth $1,500. I mean, the point is that we have to show that we are customers. We are customers of merchandise. We are customers, and we got to refer ourselves to that. And number two, once upon a time, it was moral and a good idea to say that we're not going to talk politics, that we're just going to talk about, this and that. Well, those days are behind us because it's politics that's destroying all of the shit that we love. So one day or another, it's time for us to start getting political. We got to let, our voices be heard more and not stay silent and talk to each other, because talking to each other about what we're pissed about is like mental masturbation. And frankly, I mean, I get it. I think I'm the only white guy of the six of us up here, or non-white guy of the six of us here. I am constantly reaching out to every brown and black guy I know that I think, we need to take some of this heat and we need to lead the charge against these fucking idiot morons. Whether they're white or black or whatever the fuck, because we'll lose freedom of speech and we're gonna lose a lot of shit to a few people, and we gotta start standing up and taking note. And frankly, what I've been telling a lot of brown and black friends of mine is it's not fair for us. I mean, I honestly, it's not fair for us, brown and black guys, who agree with all of you guys, but you guys are taking all of the fucking hits, and you have taken all the hits for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. You've taken the racist hits. You've taken all this, everything. You guys have taken the fucking hit for every property we care about, and we're not doing shit. We're letting you take the hits, and it's not fair. It literally is not fair. That's why my Twitter feed, I've started being more vocal and shit. And I mean,
it's almost not a good thing to be a white male these days.
It is a horrible thing to be, because I want to know where the white man privilege shop is, because it says Caucasian on my birth certificate. What do I get? Loki, where's the white man privilege shop?
Down at the Piggly Wiggly.
Okay, do I get free action figures?
I've been called out for white privilege more times in the last 2 weeks.
Wait, Star Wars Reviewed to like 20 years old. Hey, Star Wars Review, where's the white privilege shop for your group, your millennials? What do you?
I wish I knew.
I mean, did you get into Stanford for free?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Try community college.
Harvard.
Yeah.
Oh, community college. Is that for free?
Oh no, it's not.
Did you get free books because you're white privilege?
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey coach. All those action figures. Did you inherit those from your grandpa, who gave them to your dad, who gave them to you?
No.
Nor did you buy those with your hard-earned sweat and tears, money from coaching fucking till midnight, a bunch of snot-nosed kids all those years?
No.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that I know we always talk about not talking politics, but politics is going to take everything we care about away from us. And I think in the first phase, it was nice because we were, stand-up guys, and we're trying not to like bitterly fight with these SGW weirdos. But I'm going to tell you, something's happened the last 3 months, and I'll give you just 3 examples real quick. If you listen to Ripa, the black, some of the black conservative guys,
Eric D. July,
huh?
Eric D. July, young Ripa.
Eric D. July. Some of the black guys on YouTube are now coming out because they, like me, don't like the fact that you white guys are getting hit all the time. And you guys need some cover. You got to throw some Mexicans and black folk out.
Abu Nas, the Lonely Banter,
conservative white, the twins,
the Hodge twins. The Amazing Lucas. Who else is there?
All I'm trying to tell you guys, I know there's only 10 of us here in the chat right now, but I'm just trying to tell you guys, like, I think you're going to see more and more of that. And I was telling you, white
Fatal
guys.
J.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, white guys, just like, use us as chum, because we got to start taking a lead. These people are going to take everything from us. But something's happened today. Two lesbian girls joined the fandom menace because they said they couldn't handle the alt left in Hollywood anymore. It's pretty funny. Look at my Twitter feed.
Here's my hard-earned money right here. You watching?
Yeah, let me see your hard-earned money.
This
Coach,
is how
you send me a present?
This is how Coach pays for all his toys.
Right.
Well, Coach is a hard worker, man. You can't say Coach doesn't work hard. Coach is a hard working man.
Brandon Tatum, yep.
Coach,
Lord knows what's up.
check your Facebook.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Yeah, Brandon Tatum. Yeah, he's a star.
Nick brought
Brandon
up
Tatum.
Abanas.
I follow him on Facebook. That dude's freaking awesome.
Nick brought up Abanas. I had Abanas on my show a couple of weeks ago in the morning, and I want to tell you something. I absolutely love that man. He is a gentleman. He is a scholar, and he lays the smack down when shit goes down. Absolutely wonderful guy.
Yeah, he's been around for a long. Like I started following him back in when Geeks and Gamers was under freaking 50,000 subs. I mean, Abu Nas has been around for a while.
Remember the Morgan Freeman video we showed a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And how do you feel about white privilege? There's no thing called white privilege.
You work hard, you earn what you get. Yeah.
They got to be careful asking Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington those questions.
Yep.
No
Because
shit.
it backfires every time.
You saw that Denzel
yeah.
thing when he talked about its culture, not you saw that one? That was funny.
The culture, yeah.
All I'm saying, guys, is that I think things are going to get to a point where if the things we care about, we got to defend. If we can't talk to each other, we're gonna have to do what these idiots do to them, which is that we're gonna have to turn our Twitter feeds and our fucking YouTubes, and we're gonna point them directly at them. That's why, for example, if so help me God, they actually do try to fuck with Kirk, I literally will launch my IronMan channel, and I will come up with videos so fucking hilarious and ridiculous that Kurtzman's own fucking staff is going to be looking for him every Monday at 10:30 when I release them. No joke. No joke. You know, they'll be like, oh, you guys see them? I'll be fucking up his own staff meetings. I'll make him throw staplers at his TVs. Seriously, this war's on. You know, and honest to God, it's not fair for all of us to let you guys take the fucking hit. It just isn't. And some of what we talk about, like I talked about this with some of the guys on the Dark Council, is like, you know, for us, it fucking sucks to have our friends constantly taking the heat on this shit. It sucks. I mean, you know, it's not like, oh, cool, I'm glad I'm not white and I'm not taking the heat. No, it fucking sucks.
The thing is about me is I don't care about taking the heat. Like I've been trashed for the last probably a month on social media. It does not bother me. I don't lose a wink of sleep.
Yeah.
I go right back at these fools left and right. Like, I like having those debates. I like having those conversations. Yeah, most of the time you're not going to change anybody's mind, but maybe somebody reading those comments, maybe you change their mind. So,
yeah, he's off again. Who's off again? Robert Pearson?
Here's my philosophy.
No offense. Who's off?
Here's my philosophy. Can I share it?
Yeah, I just don't know when Robert Pearson says something's off. I don't know.
Coach, you don't got to ask permission. This is your channel.
This is your channel. You created this motherfucker.
Here's my philosophy. Don't wrestle with the pig because you both get muddy and the pig likes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I would agree with that, except there are some high-end pigs with high heels that are walking into corporate offices in Disney and are fucking up our shit. The pig in the mud doesn't fuck up my fucking new game or my new movie. It's a high-class pig, bitch-ass whore that's fucking a slut that's, you know, in high heels walking into Disney's executive office. That's fucking up my shit. There's a big difference.
See,
I ain't trying to go to Alabama and get naked and wrestle with you in the mud, Coach. I'm trying to like figure out what the fuck's going on in Anaheim and try to save the shit I care about from going to hell in the handbasket.
See, and to counter that right there, I will use this as an example. We had a somebody who was commenting on our documentary, our Star Wars sequel trilogy documentary, and I think Coach was involved in this also. And when I get to it, he's going to know what I'm talking about. But we went back and forth with this guy, and we were basically wrestling in the mud with him. He was the pig. We were wrestling in the mud with him. He came to an understanding and subbed to the channel.
Wow.
Yep. So sometimes you can wrestle that pig and you can get them out of that mud. Get them out of that mud.
I'm not saying that we're not.
It's rare. It is a rare occurrence, but sometimes it happens.
It does, and I've been noticing it's been happening a lot lately with some people that are breaking off the left, and that is a different analogy.
You guys know Tim Pool?
Yeah, I listen to him all the time.
Yeah,
Tim Pool is a liberal. Was a liberal Democrat who is leaning more and more towards Trump every single week. If you watched him over a long period of time, he's a moderate liberal. He's always been a moderate liberal who's been a supporter of Democrats, and he's pretty much at this point in time right now done with the Democratic Party. And this is getting into politics. So I'm not going to go down this rabbit trail, but I'm just using this as an example. His viewpoints have changed a lot. In his videos, if you watch his videos today as opposed to his videos years ago are completely different. You know, and a lot of his real close liberal Antifa-like friends that he knows that are that have talked to him and are now moving towards the Trump end of things, and it's like shit's getting too crazy. Like, that's somebody that was ingrained in that side of things that is now kind of seeing things for what they are and moving to the other side, which is a lot of what people in the Fandom Menace are trying to do with getting people to see things for what they are when it comes to sequel trilogy documentary, or not the documentary, but the movies. But I mean, that's all neither here nor there. But
Antifa seems to me to be the analogy for the pigs and the shit, because they never going to change. But I would call like we're talking about there's a movement called 40,000 and counting. Which is people on the formerly on the left moving towards sanity, and the examples you draw with Tim Pool is like that. The examples that I meant are like that. It's like when Malcolm X was out on 125th Street, he was on the street talking to people with a brain to get them to convert and change and take responsibility for their own lives as black men. That's one. That's not in those guys on the street like that aren't pigs in mud. Tim's not a pig in mud because he has a brain and he's willing to change and be self-reflective. That's actually good work. Working on the street. What I'm talking about are the fucking high-class morons like Kurtzman and fucking Catherine and or Karen or whatever the fuck we're gonna call her, and all these people that are way overpaid. It's an oligarchy of fucking Marxist-Leninist fucks that are taking over our country and destroying our free speech. I never thought that I would be pushed out of the fucking left because of fucking free speech. Give me a fucking break.
Well, dude, didn't you see that thing where Harvard had a all-black graduation, and people like Kathleen Kennedy and people like Kurtzman, they're the ones championing shit like this. You do not realize you just reintroduced segregation.
That's right.
And you're standing up and clapping and promoting this, and you just reintroduced segregation.
Did you see the California law that they just voted on?
Yes, I did. I know all about that, Nick. You're exactly right, Loki.
Which one now? I live out here. Fuck, they're every other day.
I do too. I'm out here now, But yeah, they're definitely. We're going.
Star Wars Review. You're in California?
No.
Oh, no, TD is.
TD, TD's in California. What's the law?
Yeah, he's down in San Diego.
Centro.
Yeah, El Centro.
What's the law?
So basically, the law is they're going to basically I guess Nick, you might have to correct me on this, but they're like going to reintroduce like segregation in the hiring practices or something along those lines.
Yeah. Basically, they're taking away the amendment of being able to basically go after people for based on race.
It's an exclusion for the entertainment industry. Where if you're in the entertainment industry, they will have the right to segregate.
It's anything. It's any job, any field.
I don't think so.
No, it is. It is.
It wasn't exclusive to entertainment. It's across.
No, it was.
It's not exclusive to entertainment.
No, it is exclusive to entertainment.
No, it's not.
TD tiebreaker. Yep. It's not exclusive.
It is not exclusive to just the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I read it today.
Yeah, I did too.
It is not exclusive to entertainment. It is.
I don't know how they're going to do that. See, they don't realize in California, this is why the shots on TV are so hard for CNN and all these fuckheads to get. It's really hard to just get a group of Mexicans or a group of black, because we fuck each other left and right. We're sexually very diverse here. Like if you told me to go out and find a black couple, like yesterday I went running. Black dude, white chick, mixed kids, 4 of them. I mean, like we just don't unless you're Mexican, you just got here off the goddamn bean truck, and you're picking, tomatoes and tortillas. Generally, people date whoever the fuck they want. They fuck whoever they want. All the kids are mixed. It's not like Chicago. We don't have projects here. It's very hard to reintroduce. It's gonna be very tough to reintroduce like segregation, like in the '60s when the black folks lived in. South Central. Fucking South Central right now is going through gentrification. The houses are like $500,000 for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's getting harder to find ghettos around here. Oh, fuck California. I'm sick of this hellhole. But anyway.
I wouldn't say about California, but if we're not careful with all this rhetoric going on, we are going to go backwards and see ourselves segregated along racial lines again.
Yep. But see, it's all fucking, it's make-believe. Like I don't know 2 people that have had race. I mean, institutional racism. What's that? Can a black guy get elected to city council? Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't exist there. Federal court. Yeah. Well, where the fuck is institutional racism?
Well, you know what? Mexican Iron Man knows this. I grew up as a minority.
Goddamn, you grew up more minority area than I did.
So I mean, you want to call me white privileged? Go ahead, but I grew up as a minority.
Yeah,
I was like one of the only white kids in school. So you go ahead and say that, but and that's honestly what pissed me off about all of this in the first place is, oh, you're just white, you're just privileged, and you're a man, so you don't know shit. Excuse me, really? I'm a dude and I'm white, so I can't comment about something.
You want to know what the list of white privilege is that you guys have right now? I'm sorry.
I can't think of any that I have.
You get the privilege. You get the privilege of being blamed for shit you didn't do. Number one, you get blamed for shit that your ancestors probably never did. Because if you look at the number of slaves, here's a funny thing: math. I heard this on one of the black guys' podcasts the other day. If you add up the number of white folk that actually owned slaves, like it is such a small population of the current white people. Like it doesn't. You can't even count. It's like 0.3% of today's white people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My ancestors were sharecroppers.
Yeah, exactly.
They're a few degrees below slaves or above slaves.
Right.
The thing is, back in those days, slavery was something that was going on all over the world. It was not just the United States, and it happened for thousands of years before the United States.
Number two, you have a guy, you have a black guy whose parents were in Chicago, his parents were in Chicago, and they came over from New York City. Never were slaves, but somehow slavery has like put them down now, fucking 200 years later.
Yep. That's exactly
no
right.
history of being a slave in their fucking family.
And the thing is, for the Christians out there, if you read the Bible, God talks about how to treat slaves, and it's because a lot of those people, you didn't get locked up. There wasn't a privatized jail system that was making millions of dollars, off of people being locked up in prisons. People would literally be slaves to people because of crimes that they committed. Now, if you ask people today that are in prisons, would you rather be locked up in this prison cell, or would you rather be a slave to this person to pay for your crimes? And a lot of those people would have taken that other.
Or would you rather be locked?
No. I would completely disagree with that because, dude, yes, I worked at a prison. Yes, I was there. There was a guy I asked once. He said, dude, I don't care about being here. It's 3 square meals a day. I don't have to do shit. I'd rather be here than out in the world paying bills, paying for a house, paying for anything, trying to live. I'm not shitting you. The majority of them want to be there.
I definitely know people like that.
My brother, my half brother.
There's a lot of homeless people that are actually commit crimes specifically to go to jail for that reason.
Right.
So yeah, there is that aspect of it for sure.
Oh yeah, the other white privilege you guys get is not having any privileges. White people, you are first to be in the back of the line. Loki?
All right, so I'll tell you guys real quick because I mentioned this in a story that I was telling some people earlier in the week. Me and Coach were held at gunpoint by police officers, and we were both white. Back in the day, we were ordered by megaphone from the police car to put our hands outside the windshield.
To come out with our hands in the air.
To come out with our hands in the
air. Like you just don't care?
Walk backwards. Like I'm telling you, me and Coach, it was just me and him, and we were treated like straight up criminal thugs. And we were 2 white dudes.
Gomer, get out of the vehicle. Gomer.
I didn't know you were going to go there. That's funny.
Gomer.
No, it wasn't just one police officer. There was like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, there were 7 or 8.
Nice.
Look, you see how the story's changing now? There were helicopters and tanks.
No, there wasn't. Decatur, Alabama didn't have no helicopters. but there was probably about 4 cop cars and probably about 7 or 8 officers there.
All right, who had the weed and who had the cocaine?
Neither.
What did you pull over for?
Do you want me to tell him, Coach?
Sure.
You can't tell. You can't take the.
All right,
look, there's only 9 of us in this chat. You're gonna tell.
All right, so this is what happened. So me and Coach were being funny, trying to mess with people out on. So indicated there's a main street that runs through the town called the Beltline.
Yeah.
And we wore scream masks in the car.
The movie just came out.
Yeah,
You
so
were what?
the movie just came out. We were wearing scream masks.
Scream,
and
like the SCREAM?
Yeah, from the movie Scream. Like the ghostly.
See, that's some of the crazy you think you white people do that ain't privilege. Why do you do that?
Yeah.
Who does that?
It was so funny.
So we wore these masks, and we were driving through town, and me and Coach would be talking to each other with the windows rolled up in the car, and we'd be like, "All right, on the count of 3, we're gonna turn around and look at this car next.
Look at me.
us.
Look at me.
Yeah. So we'd be like, 1, 2, 3. And we'd both look, and those people would be freaking the fuck out. I mean, they were freaking out. And we did this all night long, and finally, we were off on some side road, and man, all these cops rolled up on us, and
we drove through the Walmart parking lot. That was where we went.
And we were like, "Oh crap," And man, they were serious, and man, they chewed us out.
Their name
You should have the soundtrack. You should have the soundtrack because I could see Coach and Nick pulling up, and you hear in his red right hand.
J-Man says, I had 7 cops pointing guns at me and my buddies. We were filming a movie and we were 16 years old. Crazy. They thought it was real, but we were making an action movie.
Hey,
hold on. If I'm part of Antifa, I would say, I don't believe that because those things never happen to white people. They only happen to black and brown folk.
No, me and Coach we got put on blast by the cops. Gator man, big time. Like I was like, good God, man, they're treating us like we're like real criminals, like real criminals.
Oh, guys, Star Wars review since you're the youngest
people.
Star Wars or Loki, your head management. I'm sorry, Sith Lord never got his white privilege card. Loki, could you go to the vault and get him his white privilege card so he gets all his coupons for the Piggly Wiggly and Arby's and
I don't have one of those.
Free 7-Eleven Slurpee card and
I never got my white privilege.
Buy
card
one
either.
box of ammo, get a second box free at the Walmart. Sith Lord did not get his white privilege card, so Loki, if you can go down to the safe in the secret area. Thanks. All right. Sorry, customer service issue right there. Sorry.
I don't have one. I don't know how to get one. Shit. I wish I did. I had $60,000 of school loans that I had to take care of. I wish I had a white privilege card that was like, boom, your school loans are taken care of. Oh, thanks. And I didn't have to pay that shit back over time.
So
the
my
reason
mom,
you have to pay it back over time is because of the patriarchy of the historical institutional racism and reparations.
No. I didn't.
What did I just say?
I didn't have the money to pay it, so it was like either take payments or dick off. I mean, it was that's the only way it was.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
So my mom actually worked as a lunch lady in the public school system, and there were several times that she that kids, black and white, that could not pay for their school lunches because they weren't covered by the whatever program for poor people there was that they're on. I can't remember what it was called. But she actually took care of their lunches and paid for them, and she got in trouble for that.
Huh?
It's ridiculous.
What?
Yeah, she got in trouble and was told not to do that.
Yep.
Why?
Because it's all a scam. It's all about money. It's not about race.
Oh yeah, it's
all about money.
And class.
Yeah, it's all about money. The school system gets money for that sort of stuff. And when kids are on those programs, they're getting and receiving money for that.
Yeah, the government subsidizes all those lunches for those kids.
Yeah, exactly. So if my mom's paying for it, then the schools aren't getting that money.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they're not getting the subsidy. Yeah. Wow.
And that's the thing about everything going on in the world today is there's so many people out there that's talking about race stuff, and it's not about race. It's about class, and it's about money.
I mean,
what class you're in, and how much money you have, because now the media will try to make it be about race because they want the division and they want this chaos that's going on. But it has nothing to do with race at all.
No.
And it has everything to do with money.
Hey, when all the riots were going on, I got word that down at the landing in town, I live up on a mountain. Down in the landing in town, there were protesters and riots going on. I drove down there, and it is 5 teen white girls with purple, red, green, blue, orange hair, and
they're all there.
I'm just like, no, that's not protesting riots. That's some dumbass white girls.
Hey guys, let me jump in here real quick.
Yeah,
I have got to run, so
we'll just run.
Yeah, y'all keep rolling. Love y'all. Nick, I'll call you later tonight. And Nick, whenever the stream ends, give me a call, and I'll see y'all later. Mike, I'll talk to you in the morning.
Keep your phone on you. I'll hit you up as soon as
I will.
Off.
Loki, I'll talk to you soon, man. See you
brother.
guys. See y'all. See you, TD. See you, Tyler. See y'all.
See you.
All right. Sith Lord, we haven't had you on here before. If you would like to jump in here, because I know you got.
If he's got a computer, not a phone.
Yeah, he has a good mic. He has a good camera. So Sith Lord, if you want to hop in here, I'll send you the link on here. And I believe I know I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, let's all act like we're lost without Coach. What do we do now? Running into the walls.
Well, Mexican Iron Man, the only reason why we're even here is Coach's white privilege. He's the one that allows us to stream the way we do because of his white privilege.
But
man, I have been going back and forth with people so much this week. If any of you guys follow me on Facebook, you guys know the drama that's been going down.
Yeah, I've been seeing it, Nick. I'm following you on Facebook. It's quite entertaining.
I'll have to find you on there. I'm on there. I just never get on there. I do have a Stone Loki Facebook.
Really? All right, maybe I'll reactivate my Facebook account just to watch this. I just think it's all hilarious because any other terms they use don't make any freaking sense. White privilege. Where is that store and where do we get our gift cards?
Yes. I would like to know.
Hey, Snowdub, are you still in the chat?
I think Snowdub was ever in the chat.
Yeah, Snowdub was here.
We're down to 7 people. It's just a party of us. Shit, we could finish a 6-pack.
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I fight for my livelihood. There ain't no.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Every day's a fight. Every day's a battle. Like I got to hunt squirrel every day.
Yeah.
Some days you get possum.
Yeah, I do as well. Big time. And the thing is as soon as I get my freaking tax returns, I'm buying another gun. I'm buying more ammo. Well, especially with all the craziness going on. I mean, that's one of the first things I'm doing after I send some money to some folks I owe money to. But after that, I'm buying a freaking gun, more ammo, taking care of some other things. But yeah, I mean, shit's crazy right now. I mean, it's like the whole world has turned upside down.
They took dumbass.
Freaking insane.
This is the antithesis of SJWs because they've all took dumbass pills. They have to really think that shit's like this. They've taken some hardcore dumbass pills.
I don't know. When some of y'all as white people start joining Antifa, we got some issues there, guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you guys think we can make a phone call to your Aunt Jemima, cousin, some shit. I don't know.
Man, and how is that fixing racism, Aunt Jemima?
Oh my God,
like
I'm
that's like one of the proud things.
I am holding on to that pancake. It's like a third full. It's in the refrigerator. I'm like, no one touch this. I put fucking tape on it.
That's right. You know what?
That is like one of the proud things that that a lot of Black Americans are like, man, freaking Aunt Jemima syrup is like one of the best syrups out there. Man, she is turning over in her grave right now that people are taking her off of that syrup.
They made that woman rich. They took care of that woman her whole life. When she was doing all that shit, dude, they took care of her whole life. They made her rich. She had tours. She was a Black icon, and now
lack of knowledge. Like, well, that's racist. No, it's not, you motherfucker. Like, let's say you take Mexican IronMan, and I have my own hot sauce. Is that racist? I'm Mexican.
No, they're going to take your face off the cover and rename it to something else.
To what?
I have no idea. Uncle Tom's? I don't know. I know they're going to do that with Uncle Ben's.
Uncle Louie, what?
And he's going to be Uncle Tom now.
You mean the rice? Don't tell me I can't keep my Uncle Ben's rice.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing with that.
Uncle Ben is gone also.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, are you serious? Like, you are literally
that part this week. What? I got Uncle Ben right in my cupboard right now, and Aunt Jemima in my fridge.
Well, cryo freeze that shit because you ain't getting any more of it.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
So they got Lando Lakes. They got Aunt Jemima.
Wait.
They got Uncle Ben.
With my
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about the Lando Lake shit, dude? What? I saw a picture just the other day, and it was like just like Americans to remove the Indian but keep the land.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's good.
Oh, see, that's something we should feature on White Man Wednesdays. Loki at the Zal Howard show. Loki doesn't have the guts to do it. You know what? Maybe I'll open up my channel. What would you think would happen to me if on every Wednesday on my channel I do a White Guy Wednesdays featuring an outstanding accomplishment of a favorite white guy of the week?
I mean, they called
who made that noise?
That was me. Hey, so here's something else to be thinking of. You know, like they're doing away or canceling like Gone with the Wind, certain movies. I mean, if there's some of the older movies you guys like, you might want to go out and buy them because those are quietly being censored out.
Have you seen the altering of Blu-rays?
Yeah, I've been seeing them talk about that too. Did you see? I think over in the UK, Aliens, the movie had a disclaimer on before it showed about this is like something about white female privilege or something. I don't know. It was pretty crazy.
On my celebration stream, I added a new warning that the attitude, views, and language of this show is considered outdated now. If you don't like it, you can suck it.
Yeah.
Because of that, specifically because of that disclaimer on Aliens now.
Yep, exactly.
Strong, beautiful female woman with maternal instincts, and those views are now outdated.
Wait a minute, what?
On Sky TV.
White bitches are confusing me in Hollywood. I thought they wanted more white, strong bitches. I'm getting so confused.
No, it's because she's beautiful and has maternal instincts, Mexican Ironman. Women aren't supposed to have maternal instincts or any of that.
She's supposed to have.
Dog ass ugly, like they pull out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. Those are the only ones that are acceptable now. If you're beautiful and have maternal instincts, you are living in the wrong era now.
Oh shit.
If you're a good dad, no, you're bad. If you're a good father or good mother, you're an evil son of a bitch now. That's
I don't know. I'm just calling it. This is what we get for 2 decades. I'm gonna say we. It's not me, but I'm gonna take some white man ownership here. This is what we white guys get for 20, 30 years divorcing whoever we were married to and leaving these fucking girls to sit there and get bitchy for 20 years. We left the shit pot and we left the stove on and we walked out the door.
Yeah, they want the Sith Lord says it right there. They want women like Abby in The Last of Us. That's exactly
what. Yeah, that's true.
Oh!
Yeah, that's exactly right.
God, I hate it when Sith Lord is correct. Oh!
Yeah,
that's a world I don't want to live in.
Oh!
That's the world we are living in.
Man, it's so terrible. Like, it's so bad.
I won't play it. You know, I went to Walmart today. I was in Walmart earlier today getting some cool shit. And they have 3 full rows all the way to the back full of The Last of Us Part 2, and then they have stacks of it in the case.
No.
5 games high. You would think they would be completely sold out. That was supposed to be like the game of the year this year, and no one wants to touch it.
I'm telling you right now,
You think it's
Final
gonna be like
Fantasy
Captain
VII
Marvel?
remake is going to be the game of the year.
But it won't. It won't. Not if the critics have anything to do with it. They will make that game of the year. I guarantee you. At the Game Awards, Last of Us 2 is going to be game of the year. Doesn't matter how many they sell. Doesn't matter who bought it. Doesn't matter who bitched about it. They will have Last of Us 2 winning awards out the ass because all the critics are sucking that Abby.
The thing is, Final Fantasy VII Remake had the freaking gay ass dude from the Honeybee in, and they had the baddest ass black dude in video game history with Barrett. So if they're gonna take that for some trans chick getting banged by a dude over a table, whatever.
That's exactly what they're gonna do. That is exactly what they're gonna do. I guarantee it. I'll put money on it now. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that will win.
I have a question. All this is like what they call it, social justice warriors. Yeah, okay, wait. But let's just say there's some kind of injustice. When is the last time anyone gave someone who's trans or gay a bad time of day? Like, when's the last time? When was the last time I did that?
The 90s. The 90s. Yeah. I remember it in the 90s. I haven't seen it since then.
That's my point.
I've got 2 friends, 2 wonderful friends that are both full trans that got married about 5 years ago. I've actually asked them to come on the show because they know me and they know I would never ever be like that just because someone's trans. It doesn't matter to me.
So what? They were boy, girl, and then they went girl, boy.
Both of them were boys, and now they're both girls.
Oh.
And dude, because of the Star Trek community, I met them because of the Star Trek community. We are really good friends.
Don't these morons know, like, from all of us who are like Star Trek fans, like we all accepted each other. Fucking, dude, we were accepting a lot of shit way ahead of the curve. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. Yep. And it doesn't matter to anybody anymore, though.
I mean, some of the shit that Riker was banging, holy crap! Fucking Riker.
Yeah.
Fucking made Kirk look like an Eagle Scout.
Yep.
Hey guys,
they even have a meme for Riker.
Hello, brother.
Challenge accepted.
Hey, I'm gonna have to bail. I'm gonna have to bail, guys. All right, I got some stuff I have to take care of at work, but it's been fun. It's been real. Always a pleasure to let me come on and chat with you all, and hopefully we'll catch you next week. So,
thanks for coming on, TD.
It's nice to meet you two guys. Star Wars Reviewed. I'm checking out your channel. It's pretty awesome. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Yeah, for everybody out there, if you guys have not checked out TD's channel or Star Wars Reviewed, definitely go check out their channels and give them a sub.
Yeah, I don't have a channel, but that's okay.
Oh, you don't have a channel, TD?
No.
501st.
I'm just the 501st guy. All right, gentlemen, y'all have a great evening.
You too, man.
Take it easy, brother.
And then there were 4.
And then there were 4.
Did any of you play The Wolf Among Us?
Yes, I did. I have it. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
I've not played it.
I
You
have
know
not.
anything about that game, Star Wars Reviewed?
I have not. I've not played it.
What is that game?
It's a Telltale game, like
Telltales.
the Batman one that I'm playing.
Are you playing it right now?
Yeah, not right now, this moment, but I have been doing live streams. My OBS is all screwed up. I had to reinstall everything, and I got faster internet. I upgraded the other day, so I've just been kind of like on standby, waiting to play it again. I think we're in chapter 4.
I'll tell you a game I'm pumped for is Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes,
Oh, it's so good. Love samurais.
And Cyberpunk.
I'm not familiar with that game.
Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh shit,
No.
man.
Dude.
Just wait.
After the stream, pull up the trailer.
I mean,
So
I've heard of it. It sounds familiar to me, but I don't know. Like, I'm not familiar with it. Like, was there like a game before that, or
This is a new project, but
so it's a brand new it's a brand new IP.
it is.
Okay.
Well, I used to be like, I love the Assassin's Creed or the old Assassin's Creed. I'm not the big fan of the newer ones.
I played through the first one and I loved it.
I loved all the Ezio stuff, and it was good.
Yeah.
But I've always sat there as like, why the crap has Assassin's Creed not come out with anything to do with like samurai or ninjas or anything like that? And this is the game that it should have been.
This is like the samurai version of Ninja Gaiden back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually moving towards Assassin's Creed's moving more towards the Viking era.
It's gonna suck, dude. It's gonna suck. If you played Assassin's Creed, the one where you're the Spartan, dude, I hate that game. I love the idea, but the fact you have to constantly level and gear, and it's like an MMO, single player MMO, dude. It sucks.
Yeah. I made it halfway through Origins and just kind of dropped off.
Yeah, me too. I was so disappointed in that.
Like for me, it wasn't like a bad game. It's just I lost interest.
The leveling system is screwed. You shouldn't have to worry about being like level 90 to fight something.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
That's what you get for an MMO.
Yep.
If I want to play an MMO, I'll go play an MMO, not a single player MMO.
Right.
Have you played any more Predator Hunting Grounds, Loki?
I didn't play Pirate Hunting Grounds.
Predator.
Predator.
Yes, Predator. It sounded like you said Pirate Hunting Grounds. I was like, oh, what? I don't play
pirate games.
Pirate Hunting Grounds. Arr.
I got to 89.
I'm coming for your squad. Arr.
All my bros left the game, man. So it's no fun playing by myself. All my bros.
Yeah. So did you see Angry Joe's review of that game?
No.
Dude, is fucking hilarious.
I love Predator. I'll play with you, Loki.
Cool.
Mike, have you hooked up your gaming PC yet?
Yeah, she's ready to go. I just gotta move the. I need to go buy one more monitor so I can get this other computer out of the way. But yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you need to get that game because
I got it. I got the Predator game.
Angry Joe's review of that game is freaking hilarious. Now, my brother and his other Air Force buddy down in Florida got the game, and my nephew got the game, and they have still to this day not played it yet.
Predator?
And they're like, we want to get on it here in like the next week or so because they've been tied up doing other stuff. But I was like, me and Coach have it. Our buddy Loki has it.
Let's all get on it.
Yeah.
Let's get on it tomorrow. I got time.
So well, they're not going to be able to get on it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Father's Day.
Oh, yeah. All right, whatever. I'm in.
Yeah, but I definitely want to get back on it because me, Coach, and Loki, and who else got on there with us? I think Robert Pearson got on there with us.
Trey from Matchbook Entertainment.
Yeah, I think Mark got on there with us. There are several people that got on there with us, but I had fun. I had fun with the game. But Angry Joe's review of the game is freaking hilarious. Like I was rolling watching it. Like I agree with some of his points.
Drop it in the chat. In the chat, do you have the link? His review.
Let's see.
Wait, who's review? Angry Joe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Angry Joe's.
I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm not an admin.
Oh, you're not?
Mm-mm.
You should have been if you logged in with my user ID.
Oh, no, that was the problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Man, I can't wait till Squadrons come on. I just watched the. Man, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
me too.
Loki,
You guys better watch my plane. I'm going to be the one that's red, white, and green, buddies.
Yes, sir.
So Loki, do you got a PS4 VR or PC VR?
I got PC VR.
Okay.
I got an HTC Vive. I had the PS4 one, but dude, the difference is night and day. You want to talk about? It's like trying to play Nintendo and then playing a Switch.
What?
The VR headset for PS4 was so lower quality and cost almost as much as that HTC Vive. and you get that HTC Vive and you put it on, you start playing, and dude, you can tell that the PS4 is like blocky and digital. You put that HTC Vive on and you can't tell shit, dude. It's like literally looking around in a cockpit. You could almost reach out and touch shit. Yeah, you get that feeling with the PS4, but it's always, you can always tell you're looking at a screen. That HTC Vive's a whole nother ball game, brother.
I almost bought an Oculus Quest today on eBay. There was one for $300.
Nice.
But I didn't. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't justify it.
So when it comes to PC VR headsets, is it the headset that is the quality, or is it the video card of the PC that's the quality?
So first off, you've got a few VR headsets that mostly it's your graphics card, but the Oculus has a Oculus Quest line that actually has all the power built in the headset, and it's portable. And I seriously thought about getting one of those. And you can also push a little bit of the performance if you get a link cable to your PC.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I think it's about $400, and I think it's probably one of the best deals.
Yeah,
because it's portable. You can take it anywhere if you want to, and if you want to get the quality out of it, you can hook it up to your PC.
Dude, that HTC Vive was $500.
Yep.
That's, that was a quarter of what my gaming PC cost. And I've got a badass gaming rig. But it was worth it. It was totally worth it for what I do and what I use it for. It's mainly cockpit stuff. So you're flying. That's what I wanted it for. And dude, you get motion sickness. You start doing barrel rolls and shit in that, and you're like,
what monitor you got hooked up to it?
What do you mean, what monitor?
What monitor?
Do you have a headset? Oh, what monitor I have hooked up to my computer? It's
you're talking when you're in the Oculus, when you were in your HT in the VR, you get motion sickness from inside that?
Yes.
Wow, shit.
The monitor I've got is a 4K 40-inch. But when you have that headset on, none of that shit matters, dude.
Right.
See, the thing is, when I played Ace Combat 7 VR on PS4, that shit made me nauseous.
Yeah, it will.
But when I played the VR X-Wing game, I was good with that as long as I kept my head straight and I wasn't looking around when I was banking and turning.
That's what you want to do, though. You want to be able to look around while you're banking and turning, because that when you're tracking a target, dude, and you're looking straight up and pulling back on the stick, you gotta maintain. If you maintain visual contact and they don't, they're dead. Period.
So do you experience that in the VR for the PC?
Yes.
So you still get the motion sickness.
Oh yeah, but it's all a matter of control, dude. I've been in an F-16. I took a ride in an F-16 in real life for my 18th.
No shit.
And let me tell you something, dude. That is motion sickness. Because that guy was trying to make me throw up. My dad was on the horn the whole time with that guy saying, make him lose his lunch. And I was just like, yeah, woo! Hell yeah. And the whole time, dude, I was on the radio. When I got down, he was like, I'm so proud of you, my boy. You didn't throw up. You didn't get sick. You didn't do none of that. Nope.
Man, I'd love to do that.
I would too.
But
did you have a G suit on when you did it? No G suit?
No, I took all the G's. No G suit.
Wow.
Hey guys, I gotta run. Nick, you're in charge.
I don't have admin rights.
Well, yeah, you do.
I do have to take off, guys.
All right, let's just kill this dude. There's only 8 of us anyway.
If you're rolling, Mike, I'm gonna roll too. We'll just go ahead and end it.
There's only 6 of us anyway. So Sith Lord, Purple Lady, Katie, Jeremy, and the 4 of us. So all right, everybody. Talk to you later. Woohoo! Happy Saturday. Have a great weekend. Have a great Father's Day to everyone. And,
Star Wars reviewed. Loki, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah,
thanks to TD for jumping on. Thanks to Coach for jumping on. I didn't even know he was even back in town.
Of course not. Neither did I.
Thanks to Batman, big fan, Sith Lord, Purple Lady, everybody that came in to hang out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys stopping in.
Peace out, everyone. Good night.
Later, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.
See you guys.